Hey, we're doing this shit again. I don't
So
know.
I looked up what horse hawk is. Okay.
Oh my god. I don't know why I'm not doing Pikmin 4, other than thinking that 3.5 hours wasn't enough time to play it.
Yeah, I'm glad to be going back to this. I was worried it was, you know.
Yeah,
There's always a worry with these things where it's like, if it goes too long, then it's like, well, no, you can't go back to it. It's been too long. You won't remember.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, all you need to know about the last the last episode of this, the last stream of this, was that, according to me, 99% of it was you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and you don't remember talking about it at all.
I don't
Oh,
remember
right!
anything
I forgot about this shit.
Fat no, tiny head, blue pride glasses, Spyro.
Jesus Christ. How long has it been since the last stream of this? It's been definitely over a month, probably at least two.
Let me look.
Actually, let me look in my videos folder. I'll be able to see it in there.
I'll race you.
Okay. Let's see. I've got June 3rd. So, yeah, it's been
Damn it, YouTube,
two and a half months.
YouTube doesn't put fucking dates on their community posts, so all it says is 2 months ago. Damn it. Wow.
So, last time we did the first 3 worlds. This time, if I have the time for it, I'll be doing the next 3 worlds. That supercharge definitely worked as intended.
So how about that Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds?
Oh my god. You know what the D stands for? Don't watch it.
It was the beginning of summer. I remembered it being... I knew it was at least a month ago. I didn't think it was 2
Isn't
months.
Tuco... Okay, yeah, Tuco is the insane dude from Breaking Bad. Tico is the Spanish squirrel from Dora. I'm pretty sure.
Tiso is the,
Yes.
the like little guy with the... who may or may not be the secret knight, like extra knight of the kingdom or some shit from...
No, you're thinking of Sly. Tiso is he was one of the main characters of Nick's fanfic. He's the
I knew that. I was just still...
he's the guy who
Is he the guy that dies on a cliff?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, he was like the warrior guy.
Yeah, he wants to be a great warrior and learns at the Colosseum and bitches about buses at one point and then dies on a cliff.
What's the weird thing that Sly says? I mean, not says, but like his dialogue.
Geo.
Yeah.
Also,
I watched that.
somebody let me know if audio balance is shit. I feel like I can barely hear the game. Actually, no, it's...
End, but that's a Discord thing.
Okay, I've got OBS really quiet in my sound balance. I'm going to turn it up to 50. I don't know if that's actually going to change the stream volume, so yeah, just let me know if anything is bad.
I mean, I've only heard good things about 5Ds from the people that actually like watch the various anime seasons. I've heard that 5Ds is generally
People
pretty
can't
good.
hear the game at all. Okay, hold on. Let me turn up OBS a little more, see if that matters. I'll put it up to like 75.
I watched like 15 episodes of 5Ds, by the way, I didn't finish it. That's all I have to say. No more Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion.
I will need constant updates on audio, because I feel like now, if anything, it's probably too loud. But I could be wrong.
Pokemaster Ian's asking if the direct-to-DVD Futurama movies are worth the watch.
I would say 2.5 of them are.
We have kind of similar opinions, I think.
I like Bender's Big Score and Through the Wild Green Yonder a lot. Those are the first and fourth ones. Beast with a Billion Backs is like okay, and I fucking hate Bender's game.
You fucking take that back. GX is not mid.
Oh my god.
GX is great.
Foghorn Leghorn, is that you?
I say.
Sure it was.
Now I may not be one of your big city lawyers. Speaking of Futurama.
Yes. Also, thank you for the sub, Remus.
Well, hi Blakely. I don't know who you are, but I saw that you subscribed to me earlier, so thank you. Oh, hey Belt, how you doing?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I haven't seen you around in forever.
What do you mean 2 and 3 of GX are inexcusable? What the hell? I'm surprised you like one more than
Oh
the
my
others.
god.
People usually dislike GX because they say that it spends too long on the, like, what do you call it, Slice of Life Season 1.
No, it's turning into fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Talk!
No, it is!
This happened last time.
Just know that you're wrong, and I like GX. I even like the dub. That's all. Well, what was it? It's Futurama, right? With the Futurama movies, I don't like Bender's big score because it creeps me out. I don't like a Beast with a build.
Shit! Hold on. We gotta. Can we replay that?
If you
They massively changed the voice, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that in the original version he's just like, Spyro, it's great to see you, but I have to go. And like motions awkwardly, holds on him for a few seconds too long, and then it just cuts. Like,
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I gotta go.
yeah, now he's just being voiced by a Breath of the Wild Goron, but yeah.
Yeah, kinda. But not talking about GX. Right, Futurama. Bender's big score creeps me out. Beast of Billing Backs creeps me out. Bender's game sucks. And Over the Wild, is it Blue or Green Yonder?
Into the Wild Green Yonder.
Into the Wild Green Yonder, I like decently. Not as good as anything pre-movie though.
I think Bender's big score, like, if I was to just treat it as one big episode, I don't know how the episodes split when they
Yeah, we just
aired,
watched them as
but
movies.
if you just treat it as an episode, it would probably be in my top 10.
Oh shit, sorry. I watched it. This is before we started watching it together. Oh shit, I didn't put a mic behind my pillow.
Oh no.
I definitely meant to say it that way.
Yeah, as far as the Strong Bad game, I actually don't even know anything about it. I know that between the last like home stream watcher that I did and now, there's been, a handful of cartoons. There's been the Disc 4 of 12 series. There's been the like Game Boy ROM for the Trogdor game, and then Marzipan's Beef Reverser. There's like a Halloween game thing. There's, I think, 2 more Dangerous Grimisodes. I've not been keeping up with it. I don't actually know what the new game is that you're referring to.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the Advent Calendar. I watched some of the early stuff, like the like Strong Bad LP things, but not much beyond that. Oh, new game is just a bundle of the Dangerous games. Okay. Does the bundle itself have anything new beyond just playing them separately? I'm guessing the bundle was released with the third one, because I don't remember, like, when the third one came out. I should probably, change off of tiny-headed Blue Spyro at some point. Been subbed for 21 months, and I think in the last 5 years I've streamed maybe 3 times.
Alright, whenever you want to do it, I have the codes.
Oh, maybe at the start of the next, like, first proper level. I feel like I have no control over the camera in this, and I don't remember having that problem last time.
Huh? Is it just because there's a lot of tall walls and narrow ledges here?
No, it's just, it's like, it's too sensitive or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Obviously, I'm used to playing Billy Hatcher, and the camera is too different from that.
Yes.
Why do I have a message on Discord? Give me a minute.
It's not from me or Jack or
It's
Texas Enjoyers.
nothing I care about. We could talk about incest, but really, what is there left to talk about? Like, where's an egg?
Mancuso's garage. Every modern third-person game uses the right stick to control the camera and you hate it. What is your proposed alternative?
Why did I think the chest was down here? Strong bad, read a book! What about Digimon? I mean, what about it? It doesn't exist.
I know almost nothing about Digimon.
Did me and Martin ever actually upload those episode reviews? I don't remember.
I don't know. They would have been on his channel, and I don't really remember what all was on his channel. One button to put the camera behind the character, and that's it? What, like on the N64? Don't get me wrong, I like a good snap behind, you know...
Like, this game has that,
button,
too.
but...
I think that does work fairly well. Sometimes it's good to have other options, though.
Yeah.
We only did, like, 2 or 3. We recorded, like, fucking 12.
God. Alright, first off, I'll give you the small head one.
No, I think I should just change colors. Just give me a random color, don't tell me which one, and then I'll put in the code.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to actually random, or do you just want me to pick an arbitrary one?
just pick one.
Okay.
Ah, yes, I forgot the head turned off during this animation and then comes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you want up, left, down, right, up, Y, R, Z, R, L, Z, L, up, right, down, left, up, A.
Alright, sure. Do I like... Is it called Raging Storm? I thought it was Raging Bolt.
Raging Bolt.
Okay. See, that's the thing. I can never remember the name of that fucking thing. And, like, I've had to resort to remembering it as roast beef because it's RB, but I never remember what the letters stand for. So, Iron Crown's easy because they're all iron, but the past ones always throw me off. Anyway, I've seen, I think, maybe -3 posts on the internet about Iron Crown. Nobody has fucking talked about that thing. I've looked at it for maybe a grand total of, like, 3 seconds. I think it's fine.
Sure is a paradox mod.
I hate Cobalion, and honestly, this thing is an improvement over it. Raging Bolt is funny. When I first saw it, I thought it only had 2 legs. It's okay. I'm not in love with it, but it works.
Somebody told me that Raging Bolt... Yeah, instead of Raging Bolt, I was first told its name was Rumbling Thunder, and I'm like, that's literally impossible.
But yeah, I'm interested to see how they get released, how the old ones get re-released and not be event exclusive, hopefully, and what they're going to be doing with Entei and Terrakion. Because I wouldn't put it past Game Freak to just not do the other 2, but god, that would be infuriating.
Also, is it just me, or is, did they get the order weird? Like, to me, Virizion is not the counterpart of Suicune.
I mean, I don't know, they're both like, you know, if you go Dex order, they're both the third, but I would say they're both like the elegant one of the trio, so it kind of works.
But Suicune is the quote-unquote leader, and Cobalion is the quote-unquote leader, so it really should have been those 2.
I don't actually think of Suicune as being the leader. It's like Mesprit, where it's just kind of like the one that stands out, but it's not like
Yes, but
Like,
I mean, you know, quote unquote leader in terms of it just is the most prominent in the game. Slash has a lore reason for kind of being at the front. Suicune has some elevated importance, as does Cavalier and as does Mesprit. So like,
yeah, I don't really see that as being an issue. Oh! This camera, fucking Christ.
So with the ZR thing, it would make me look better to say like, oh, I did it to, you know, more easily and clearly communicate. Since we had to quickly, communicate this button sequence, but really it's just that hanging out with a bunch of Yanks is tainted by pronunciation and accent.
Also watching a bunch of crank yankers.
So the thing with the time machine actually potentially being a like reality distortion, like bringing imagination into reality machine, is that that is the case in the Chinese version because that like time travel stories are illegal because it's apparently unrealistic and you're not allowed to put unrealistic sci-fi. Yeah, you're like not allowed to put unrealistic sci-fi and work in China for some reason. But some people are thinking that that's what they're going for anyway. Like they're building up like this idea that Area Zero still has like an unrevealed secret or mystery to it, and that would make sense.
I also kind of thought of Entei as being like the star of the Beast trio, and I think it is just because it was it got its own movie, and I don't know. Raikou is definitely the one that got the least. I think Togepi, like, touched its ass once, and that was about all it ever did. Also, I will always pronounce it Raikou, even though I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Ko. I don't really know for sure. I've also heard Cow.
Let's go to Pokédex 3D Pro again.
Well, no, they're gonna fucking pronounce it as, like, Reku Kerrigan, and we're like, okay, well, shit, I guess that's canon, then. Amazing adventures.
But what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
Raikou? I don't know.
Alright, Pokédex 3D Pro says Raikou.
Alright, Raikou it is. How about just Raichu?
Don't get me wrong, Pokédex 3D Pro is sometimes full of shit. But
I never remember. Was I correct about the Ferroseed and Ferrothorn thing?
So that is the case. It does claim, like, the Pokédex 3D Pro does say Ferroseed and Ferrothorn. I don't remember you, like, thinking that before.
Yeah, okay, that was it.
I thought I remember telling you. I thought.
Sorry, did your phone just make, like, a cartoon sound effect?
No, it played, my medicine alarm ringtone.
Oh, I just heard, like, blip, 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 and it's like, somebody getting unlucky.
No, you probably heard the last part of...
Right. Oh, good. I'm good at what I do.
Jimmy.
There is no Jimmy.
That just reminds me of a Tumblr post I saw recently, where the post was by somebody who is either Japanese or like, has a Japanese relation or something, because their name is Hibiki, and they were apparently introducing themselves to somebody once, and they're like, my name is Hibiki, and the other person was like, oh, that's really cool, my name is also Hibiki, and dude was like, really? He's like, well, in Japanese it is. He's like, what do you mean your name is Hibiki in Japanese? And the guy was like, well, my name's Ethan, and Hibiki is the Japanese equivalent of Ethan. And then he prodded him on this more, and it turns out he thinks this because he, in Pokemon, there's Ethan in Heart Gold Soul Silver, and he's called Hibiki in Japanese. And so the guy was like, yeah, it's a translation. Ethan is Hibiki.
I can kind of understand where that came from, but, like, goddamn. Meanwhile, here I was just like, oh, Miguel is the same as Michael. But it's like, yeah, why the hell would... I don't know.
Tumblr, what year is it? Look, I've been using Tumblr straight for 10 years. I've had no reason to leave. Like,
Hell, I
the
still
culture
use
improved
GameFAQs.
the culture improved when the porn ban thing happened. Not that it was a good thing, but you know, like it didn't make me want to leave it. Like, and you know, there's been some negative changes recently to just like the app and the not the app. You know what I mean? Like the site just functionally. But I mean, I still see funny posts. And recently, I've actually been following even more people. I used to never follow people because I didn't know who to follow. I actually don't even remember how I came upon the people I do follow. I think it was just a series of like. Sometimes I would make a post, some rando would reblog it. I'd look at their blog and I'm like, okay, they seem like they post some good stuff. But that was pretty rare because my post didn't get that much like traction. So I think it was just kind of a chain. Like first I followed a few school friends, and then I followed people that they, you know, posted from, and then it just kind of cycled from there. Even though I've, you know, a lot of those original people aren't on the site anymore, or I unfollowed them or whatever.
Has not got to Elon Musk money. What the fuck?
I don't know what you mean by that. I actually did stop using Twitter a long time ago in late 2017, I think. Yeah, I think it was late 2017.
Well, see, here's the difference, Flashes. I'm not using GameFAQs for, like, walkthroughs. I'm using it for the message boards. Basically, just people bitching about things and being toxic. It's fun. You should try it.
Yeah, I haven't used Twitter in many years, so that wasn't a factor either. There was a period of time where I used both concurrently, and then but for a long time I haven't used it. The original thing that set it off was they changed the terms of service to basically say, like, while you're using Twitter on a browser, like, we have the ability to look at the other, like, the other tabs you have open, and if we don't like the sites you're on, then we'll ban you for it. I don't think this is something they've ever actually enforced, but that was technically added to the TOS in like late 2017. And I'm like, well, fuck that, so I left.
How do
I wasn't liking it for a while though, anyway. So
I don't want to use the sparks pointing at things thing, but I'm going to.
Just click
anyway.
in the stick. Press stick. I think. Can't you just hide your tabs from them? Yeah, but it's the principle of the matter.
Hold on, I'm confused because I thought it was that, and it seems like it is, but it. Oh, it's clicking the left stick. I see.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the right. I don't know why we plot continue can't find the last gem.
Yeah, I never understood the, like, you know, pick your Spanish name thing.
I took Spanish in primary and secondary school, and not once did they ever have us do that. I didn't know that was even a thing for a long time.
Yeah, I never properly took Spanish, but they made us take, like... It was, like, in 4th grade. We just kind of had it, like, once a week. These people would come in. And I think I've described these teachers before, where one of them was constantly high, and one of them was, like, not a person. And I swear her name was, like, Compsog Lionathus or something. And I just remember, like, she couldn't fucking speak. Like, the only example I can think of was just, there was some discussion, like, at the end of a class one time, where the one who was high is just like, you know, finishing up describing some sort of just Spanish culture thing, and then the other one's like, if you have access to the internet, you can look it up at home. And, but yeah, we had to have Spanish names in that, and then, for the, like, 2 months, or 1.5 months, or however the fuck long I actually went to school for my junior year, that I took German, we had to do that too, and I know everybody's like, oh, I'm gonna be Adolf, and they're like, no, nobody can be Adolf.
What they did do, in my Spanish class was sometimes they would give us little tasks to practice, you know, translating stuff into Spanish, by having us pretend to write a letter to a pen pal in Spain, and they would always be like, you know, maybe pick some Spanish name to be your fictional friend that you're writing to.
I break the controller?
Yes.
I like Deep Flanza. I know how to say plant in German, and I know how to say stapler in Spanish, and that's all about all I got.
I got the highest grade possible in Spanish in year 11 when I was 16, but that was a long time ago. I don't think I remember a lot of it. I can usually read Spanish decently well. Oh, I actually kind of have a story associated with that now that I think about it. Man, why you gotta do that? Oh, you got a question?
Would I want any of the stuff from the World Championships? Man, I don't fucking know what any of that is. I've not looked at this type of stuff. Anyway. My answer was I don't have an answer.
So, a few days ago I was reminded of Beat Magnum True Hero, which is the robot, the shitty Chinese robot toy from that one Crack.com article. Yeah, where, you know, it has several features, including can sound a beautiful music, luffing, go ahead, requires 3 AA batteries. And it was discussed, and I'm like, fuck it, I want one. I want a Beat Magnum True Hero. And I'm like, surely I can find like a secondhand listing for it somewhere. So I looked online, and I had a lot of trouble finding one. Eventually, I found one on some Spanish resale website, where somebody had one up for sale, and I'm like, oh sweet. Let me try to get this. But because the site is in Spanish, I don't want to be the asshole that rocks up and starts asking questions in English and assuming that people will know what I'm saying. So, you know, I'm like, this is what I took Spanish for. This is the exact situation where this is supposed to be useful. And yet I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to say anything I need to actually say here. You know, I know how to, like, ask very basic questions and hold, like, a simple conversation about school-related things, you know, like, that's not going to help when I'm asking, like...
Roscoe!
Asking about, you know, like, a sale of a thing and arranging payment and all that kind of thing. So I just use Google Translate, sue me.
Frogs? And this used to be such a nice swamp.
So yeah, this level sucks ass. The attack frogs are terrible, and the bushes are terrible.
Oh, I just realized, I think this is the level that I was playing while listening to your interview with Karen Booker.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's Tom Kenny as Spyro in this game. Somebody can look it up.
I thought it was.
Really? Huh. I know that, you know, originally Spyro was voiced by Carlos Salazraki, the same actor that played the voice of Clancy Brown, etc. It is Tom Kenny? Yeah, okay.
Wow, I wonder how they afforded Mr. Insert character that isn't voiced by Tom Kenny here. You know, Mickey Mouse.
Don't take away Mickey. Okay, but no, just to finish up.
Oh god, I need to bitch about the don't take away Mickey thing.
I figured you would. Let me finish my story. There's not much to say. Basically, I was gonna get it, and then the guy came back and was like, "I can't find it. Sorry."
Bullshit.
So, yeah, still not gonna have a Beat Magnum True Hero. Maybe later. Anyway, you can go on.
Yeah. So, I've seen a couple articles at this point that essentially boil down to, you know, for years Disney has been like fucking with copyright laws to you know, protect their stuff for far longer than is reasonable, and so because of this, like, you know, copyrights used to expire after X number of years, but now it's been extended to like 100, and they're doing this to, like, you know, keep pushing like the debut of Mickey Mouse, and so it's like finally running out, and you know, Mickey Mouse is about to become public domain, but these are always framed in this really, like, you know, end of an era type way, where it's just like, what can you do to help Disney to, like, retain their beloved characters? Like, we don't want Mickey to die. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why do we care? And the, their arguments for this are, like, Well, when Winnie the Pooh went public domain, someone, like, immediately made a shitty horror movie. And, you know, this is supposed to be a kid's character. What if a child watched this movie and was, like, you know, scared? And it's like, bitch, they're not gonna watch the fucking horror Winnie the Pooh movie. Like...
Also, what the fuck do you think kids are watching now anyway? It's, like, well known that they're all into, like, FNAF and Poppy Playtime and shit. Like, the kids seek out the horror on their own and find it. Like, it's
the
just...
hell is Poppy Playtime?
Poppy Playtime. I don't know, it's just the new, oh, it's a kid's thing, but it's scary and it's horror, and it, you know, it's like...
I see.
I wouldn't say it's aimed at kids, because I don't know that. I don't think FNAF technically was either. It definitely is now, but I don't think it originally was. But, like, it's just so stupid. And also, there seemed to be a few people in these comments that were, like, convinced that it would mean that Disney somehow couldn't make Mickey stuff anymore. Or it would, like, get, you know, buried and no one would see it. And it's like, man, you don't understand how anything works.
Yeah, it's a little stupid.
Thank you for releasing me.
Is that a dragon? That looks like a fucking, like, gnarled log.
Destroft. I didn't even see that boar. Also,
the only thing I know about Poppy Playtime is it's a horror game with a hook shot.
Oh, okay. I've somehow failed to mention that these attack frogs, assuming that there's any more to actually look at, they're just Croconaw. Like, they're the exact same fucking design. You having fun there?
Pikachu could be the public domain, but probably not within our lifetimes. When was the first, I mean, it could be within our lifetimes, but, like, you know, when was Steamboat Willie, like, 28? So, 96 years after 96 is, 2092.
Oh, no.
Like, if I'm alive, I'll be 93.
Oh no, I'm gonna die in like 3 years.
Huh? Sure.
Nope, definitely gonna happen.
I'm playing as whales. No, Spyro is a dragon, and there's only one of them.
Shit, this was the point where I could have just busted out obscure knowledge and been like, oh, you know, Edraigach, or whatever the hell it's called, but I don't remember what it is. There's a Beanie Baby named after it. That's the only reason I would know it.
Looking it up.
I'll tell you what to do with those creatures. Smash them, Spyro. Stamp them out and squish them and squash them.
Edraigach, I think.
I was not too far off then.
And I don't know how to pronounce Welsh very well.
Every word is pronounced Marklar. What would it be? Like a Shemp? Shemp was earlier. I need to let these things go. Oof, I just had like a fucking brain aneurysm. Because I'm like, I mean, not actually. I'm climbing up these walls, and for some reason, the graphics here immediately triggered like a, oh man, if the Scarlet Violet graphics were in any other game, people wouldn't stand for it. And it's like, this isn't that, though. This is Mario Kart Booster Pass graphics.
Yeah, it is.
It's just, you know, kind of shiny, like, not very detailed, clay-like, very clearly translated from a mobile game graphics. Oh, yeah.
I had something I was gonna say and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, you know, a brain aneurysm as opposed to another kind of aneurysm.
fucking know what an aneurysm is.
An aneurysm is specific to the brain, I'm pretty sure. I think it's when a blood vessel bursts. It's specifically in the brain. And when it does so elsewhere, that's... I want to say an embolism? I might be wrong, though.
Yeah, pulmonary embolism, yeah.
Okay, it's a bulging on a blood vessel wall. And they can be a starting point for clot formation and embolization. The creation of an embolism. Okay. So it can lead to an embolism in the brain. Wait, hang on, is an aneurysm not specifically in the brain? I could have sworn an aneurysm was specifically in the brain.
Get a friend voucher for charging through the whole line of enemies. Shit. That was a thing in Prime 3, wasn't it? It was like boost balling through a line of robots. And then there's the one where it's like you don't kill any of the enemies on the platform and then, like, shoot a missile at it and make it fall and you get a thing for that. Prime 3's achievements were so fucking weird. Yeah, boar.
I am a boar anyway.
Alright, so do we do Treetops next, which is universally pretty hated, or... Fuck it, I'm just doing the flying level. Didn't even finish the thought. I actually like Treetops, but
I didn't mind it.
I remember trying to help with it like a year ago when Dash was playing this, and I just couldn't remember how to do it.
Alright, see ya, Belle. Hope you feel better soon.
Pokemon had achievements once. They can never do an idea more than once.
True.
Why does this level get the title screen music?
Nobody knows.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't even the title screen.
Also jail.
Well, I've already fucked the pooch on this one. I've already violated Seabreeze on this one. Where the hell is the last
hey,
chest? Oh. I never said you could watch this. Okay, yeah, I'm probably restarting. I don't even see where the fuck to leave this area, Jesus. Yeah, let's,
Also, you forgot to make a post about this stream, so I'm gonna do it for you.
What do you mean?
Oh, you did? Never mind. Fucking YouTube never lets me know about these. It never sends me a notification for your community post. I don't know why.
You gotta hit that bell icon.
I do. You're one of the only channels that has
you gotta hit that. You gotta hit that dead puppy icon.
Technically, I never clicked the bell icon. For whatever reason, back when YouTube first added the bell, it just made me automatically click it on your... Like, it was automatically on for your channel, and probably... I don't think any others. And I've never changed it.
I genuinely don't know what the bell icon is. I thought it was memes.
It sends you notifications when somebody that you have it clicked for uploads a video. Or, yeah.
Okay, now I need to figure out how to leave. Okay, leaving has occurred. Oh, the camera. Please. Okay, how many boats are left? I don't know if this is happening. Really?
Asshole.
Yeah, there were a lot left anyway. Let me not go after chests and planes first. I should probably do this first section. I know you don't really want to chase the boats because it's slower than coming at them the other way, but I don't fucking know the direction these things are moving. 400 mealworms.
Yeah, this place doesn't really feel like a swamp level, does it? It's a commentary on industrialization.
Ah, yes.
It takes away the regional identity. Okay, I was confused because I know that I definitely got the flight levels after the first, like, 2, and yet I felt like I had memories of this one. I'm like, I remember this, and I'm pretty sure that's actually just from watching your stream of the original.
I see. Alright. We might be on track here, let's see. Nope! Come on. I'll come back for it. It's fine. Where's the last plane?
Oh my god.
There was a chest. Okay, never mind. That was actually not that bad.
Yeah.
You know, it took a decent number of tries. Me not beating it on the first try clearly indicates that, I don't know, Bolivia gets another shot at the cup, but,
Not only do you need to tell people to like, subscribe, and slap the bell icon, you also need to frame it in the context of informing people about your subscription statistics. It's like, did you know that only 4% of the people who watch my videos are subscribed?
I don't understand when that started or why. That. Yeah, it's like, that just started happening suddenly. I saw it in one person's video, and I'm like, that's a weird way of putting it. And then I just started seeing it everywhere, and it's like, why the fuck do I care if only 20% are subscribed? Is that supposed to make me feel bad?
Yeah, like, right. Okay, I know you probably don't watch that many YouTubers that even do sponsorships, but I know you probably watch at least a couple, Josh, so I'm wondering. Do you prefer when they just go, you know, an hour word from our sponsor, you know, this video is sponsored by blah, blah, blah. Or do you prefer it when they, like, kind of lead into it with, like, a segue? Because, like, I think
the segues are funny, but I still will skip it regardless. And
yeah, I almost always skip unless my hands are busy. But yeah, very good. But
are you proud?
Yes. I actually find the segues annoying because it's not dishonest, because, like, no, but something about it feels like, you know, why are you being cute with it? Just get on with the business. Like, I don't know, it annoys me. It's pretty irrational, I suppose, but
I don't know. I like, you know, it requires at least a small amount of creativity. I like that about it. I like when they're forced. Oh god, like, the best one wasn't even an actual segue. It was the one from the fucking, one of the iCarly videos, and there's the part where, like, Neville hacks into iCarly.com or something, and it's like, now see, he wouldn't have been able to hack into them if they had, like, it wasn't NordVPN, it was like, you know, if whatever the hell the main, like, security one is that people always shill, and it's just like an awkward pause, and he's like, man, I wish this video was sponsored, and then it just goes on. Like,
the one you're thinking was probably Surfshock. I feel like Surfshock and Nord, it used to be Nord that was more common. I think I see Surfshock more now. I also used to occasionally see ExpressVPN, but I don't really see them anymore. I think there was a fourth one I saw, like, once, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I like how there's only, like, 3 things that ever provide YouTube sponsors.
Yeah. Don't forget about, let's see. There's Trade Coffee, there's Helix Mattresses, there's,
Manscaped.
Manscaped, yeah. There's Describe, there's World Anvil.
I've not heard of, like, any of these.
Is it Campfire Blaze that's like the World Anvil counterpart? Blue Apron and HelloFresh, yeah. Better help. Yeah. Honey. Oh yeah. Okay. Honey, I actually did sort of get sold on, but
I don't know what that one is, but I don't care.
Honey is the one. Well, I mean, I feel like I should say what it is for the sake of the story. That one is like, oh, it's a browser extension and it's free and it's supposed to look for deals on stuff when you're buying things online, which you know would be useful to you. I downloaded it and it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
It will. I tried it like probably close to 20, 30 plus times, and it was like searching for a code. 2 codes found, trying automatically. The first one failed. The second one failed. Sorry.
Awesome.
I'm just like, good. I'm fucking glad. And all these YouTubers are like, oh, it saves me so much when I'm doing my shopping. I'm like, no, the fuck it doesn't. It doesn't do anything.
I saved millions on my car insurance by switching to Honey. The best sponsor was when Caleb City is just like, this video is sponsored by Google. Yes, Google. Everybody
I actually do
involved is
occasionally see
all
Raid Shadow Legends
Would
sponsorships.
it be like if there was sandwich sauce? Yeah, I see him pop up. I think I watched one a couple days ago.
You know who I used to see sponsors for? Not on YouTube videos, but in one specific place, and then I stopped seeing them, was Backblaze. I never see them anymore.
Oh, an amazing tour of the treetops.
You said Backblaze?
Supercharged.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's basically you're paying for automatic online backups of all of your files in case anything happens to a computer.
Or a thwomp falls on it.
Yeah.
Luigi knows that thwomps...
That's the kind of one that I used to hear those on podcasts when
Oh my god.
When I had my phase of listening to podcasts on the way to college when I was like 16. And
Not university,
I was
college.
yeah, and I was actually like, that sounds pretty useful. I should get it like once I'm an adult and I have my own money to spend. And then I grew up and I didn't because I didn't think it was worth it. I just don't have that many important files, and the ones I do, I do back up just manually. I don't need a fucking subscription service to do it for me.
What? Oh, what the hell? Did you see what happened there?
You like phased through the chest and then it broke later, right?
I ran through it and got the gem from it, but it didn't despawn the chest until like a second later.
Yeah. No, none of it's porn. I am
Would it be
a
like if there was
pure-hearted
different
maiden,
eyes,
and I do
and
not
everybody
forbid such
involved knows
things.
a piece of child leaf?
Keeps Hell's treatment on Baldi's Basics video, that's pretty good.
Okay, so I need to go back for the locked chest, and I think the only things after that are the 2 long, terrible supercharge sequences, which I don't really remember how to do.
I have to ask, was the Baldi one that one video that goes into like the AI behind it and like, yeah, like how the different entities in the game work, like what their programming is? Because even though I don't know much about the game and don't normally care for horror stuff, I actually did watch that video because I'm like, it's probably not gonna be scary. It's like an explanation video, so I did watch that.
Let's play.
I feel like I remember that having.
How did I miss? I went this way because I thought there was a fucking... Oh, maybe it's over there. Yeah, getting back to the beginning is annoying. Alright. Okay, so...
It was the A one. Cool.
Rumble. Boy, do I not remember how to do these.
You guys should try my the thing that
You make the
has
pets?
prevented. You guys should try the thing that's prevented me from succumbing to hair loss.
Ah, yes. Let's see. Good. We make the monster pants. We make the pants.
Is it rosemary water? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
figured the joke was obvious.
What the hell? Did it just die through no effort of my own? What happened? Huh, alright.
Is it being hogtied and thrown into some snake water? No, I don't know what this bit is.
I mean, being hogtied and pushed down into some snake water was a thing Tompkins said in Teen Girl Squad.
Ah, gotcha.
I will mention that I have started some hair thinning, and I wonder if it's from headphones, honestly, because it seems coincidental to me that it's specifically in the part of my head where the headphone strap covers. But either way, a few years ago when I got a haircut, it was pointed out, and they're like, we could give you this special shampoo, and it helps it regrow, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll try it, and then I, had regret and just returned it the next day, because I'm like, nope, I can't, I'm not going to start going down this road here, because it's going to be expensive to keep up with, and I don't fucking care about any other part of my appearance, so it's not worth it. Makes me a little bit sad, but, yeah.
I mean, it's a shame. I don't think anybody should feel that they have to, spend money to try to do anything about that. Like, it's not a requirement. It's not. There's nothing wrong with balding. It's just a matter of, your own personal, how you want to. Yeah, but yeah. I had assumed that you already got the joke before, Benny, but that was in fact what I was referring to.
Oh! I'm simultaneously 15 and 60. That's all I'll say.
Remus, you can get gray hairs when you're 27.
I don't remember where to go with this. It wasn't there. Is this salvageable? I don't think it is. I don't think there's anywhere I can land. Nope. Could just place the cat on your head as a whiff.
Cat head wife.
Your messages can indeed be seen. Game! Why can I not even make these basic jumps now? The load times are making this a lot worse than it needs to be. Alright, let me try going straight with this one. No, it's not that. There's some weird-ass path you have to take for this last one. I don't remember what it is. I remember having to, do a U-turn and go up a ramp at some point. I wouldn't mind just experimenting with it and figuring it out on my own, if not for the constant dying and load times. So if anybody remembers where to go, you can let me know. It was where okay. I think I know what you mean. I'll see. And it's from this one, right? Not the other one? No, it is from the other one, I think. Is it? Yeah, that's... Fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, it's this one. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Can I get back?
You should be able to jump in the pit.
I don't know.
Barry saved you up there.
Yeah, but I still lose a life, though. And, like, it takes
I
time
forgot
to
there were
reload.
lives.
Fuck it.
What do the lives do?
I think they just boot you out to the hub world if you lose them all.
No.
You know, it'll, like, respawn all the enemies and stuff. It's not a big deal, but...
Flash, it's Blade.
It's actually not even that.
Well, it's Hey Blade, but they pronounce Blade as Blade.
I am a dumbass. Why did I... I'm like... I've done it wrong so many times now that I'm forgetting how to do it.
Yeah. I
used to be really good at this. So just pretend that I still am, you know. Pretend it works! Fuck! Why is that... That jump just doesn't work half the time.
Are you holding the jump button?
Man, I don't know. Look, I don't know what buttons I'm pressing to play this game.
I'm just listening something.
Probably not. Oh, it was? Okay, that was all I had to do. I thought there was like another 20 steps to that. Why did I just remember the name Stom Stom?
Jed.
That was quite a ride, Spyro. You learned a lot.
What is your blue lipstick?
Yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
Shrug.
Jed is short for Jedwood.
Wait, is there a exit here?
Any Brits in chat remember Jedwood?
It didn't apply to me, but I sure as hell don't. Shit, what the... Nah, I was about to say, I had something I was going to mention, and then just no. No, I didn't. Shit, Breadword was, it was a, like, partner in Super Paper Mario that people tricked Vinny into believing in, right? There's also Bread Crab, which is just... I think it was just an old meme image, but it was also, the name of a Kabuto I used in a, like, randomized thing.
What's wrong with red small head pride glasses, Spyro?
Hoodoo? Yeah, it's a Hoodoo.
We have a Hoodoo, over.
Do what now?
I said, we have a Hoodoo, over.
Chopper Dave.
Uh-oh.
Good. I bought Remy down at the pigeon store for $7, and Remy's fucking awesome.
He's not Bart Simpson, right?
I wish I remember what line preceded this, but there was a part in one of those videos where he's talking about the Raven, and it just starts very loudly and aggressively, like, sharpening its beak on something in the background while he says it.
Good.
It is true, though. He's not Bart Simpson. Oh, no!
Winkle's kind of a dick.
You ever have a pet that you love, but they're kind of a dick? That's Hemiwinkle.
Bullshit.
Clearly, what I need to do is not do a pit of solo run of something, but do a 6 pit of run of something, and just name them all after just random Hadoos that I have found online. So Hemiwinkle's got to be one of them. We need to have Puku, even though that one's sad. I'm trying to think what other... I mean, I've seen plenty of random pet pigeons online, too. I like the fat one. I'm trying to think. There's Henry, there's Elmo, there's Squeaky, there's Quash. Just these are all just random pet pigeons I know of from YouTube.
It's not pregnant Spyro mod. It's just the small head code.
Good fucking job. Let's really take in these enemies here. So, you know, they've got an arrow through the head and just like, what the fuck?
I think the arrow is being used as like a hair stick, and then also they skipped like there.
Feed the cat cigarettes. No, I've not played Stick of Truth since the last time I recorded it. Clearly I should name one of them Hopkin Green Frog.
Little green.
Yes. I did have a Sableye named Hopkins.
Makes sense.
Specifically not named after the Hopkinsville Goblin and named after Hopkin Green Frog. I think I've asked this in another stream, but, like... What's the issue with the word chupa? Like, what does it mean and why is it bad? I mean, maybe what it means is
I thought it meant sucker. Because, like, chupacabra is goat sucker.
Because, I wanted to name the Sableye El Chupanibre, and it wouldn't let me.
Huh?
No, clearly what happened was, you know, it has N-I in it, and it's like, nah, you're not allowed to use that combination of letters.
Slippery slope. Nah, just shitposting.
What's my total right now? 239. Maybe I'm fine. They said no to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They were not the knights who see me.
Metroid is all charged up to meet you. Attacking the power pole should disrupt his power supply.
Oh, they're making another South Park game. Is it another RPG?
I think it's like a multiplayer game. I don't know of what genre. I've seen pictures of it, and people are not a fan of the art style.
Is it not just the art style of the show?
It's 3D, but it's like...
Oh.
The characters have, like, very flat features. Instead of, like... I don't know how to explain it.
That's it.
All of my content is brought to you by Duncan Hadoo Nuts.
I like Duncan Hoodie Nuts.
Oh, right, I'm screen sharing, so you're not actually seeing the OBS edit. I have the logo in the bottom.
Oh, good.
clearly FF14 boss mechanics were inspired by this boss.
What? Because it AoEs?
Well, no, because you have to, like, you take out the different pillars and stuff, and it just...
Oh, so it's like ads?
Some boss... Well, it's not... There's some bosses that do that shit, where they set up, like, these power spots that you have to get rid of.
Yeah. Have I done any of those? Or am I just being dumb?
I know, you definitely have.
Oh, you're just talking about the things that are, like, 3 people have to stand here.
No, I'm thinking of, like... Oh no, there's a timer, and you have to get rid of the 3, like, nail
like,
things.
Like Xenos'
yeah.
like, his swords, or...
That stuff.
Yeah.
I think Ifrit Hard does that. Nobody involved knows what those different pies, and every single one of them's a piece of shit leaf. Alright, I don't remember how one gets up the
Does FF14 have a story? No, not really.
That was a joke. Haha, fat chance.
It's probably the most story-driven MMO out there, is what I've been told.
Shit, how do I get up there? I remember there being a section in one of the arenas where you have to, like, climb up a thing. Is it this? Oh, yeah, I guess it was.
The only story you know about FF14 is Dragoon Fetishist. That was just the Dragoon job quest. That wasn't even the main story.
I don't remember this fetish.
Like I said, it was the Dragoon job quest. You haven't
okay.
done. You don't have the Dragoon. One of the, like, Dragoon teachers is this guy that's like, being a Dragoon is, you know, it's a, you know,
It's,
you
you
have to
know.
become a dragon. You have to become a dragon in body and soul, and feel the power of the dragon flowing through you.
Oh,
and
good.
it's like, he says it in this way where it sounds like he's like into it.
And then there's that one guy in the Archer Guild who is just Kodamaru, and it's just like, I don't care what you've done, you'll never be a real archer. And then it's like, you'll never be able to do this thing. And then you go and do that thing, and he's like, well, you're still not a real archer because you weren't born one.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that guy.
What do you mean Destiny raid mechanics? Does Destiny have MMO style content?
Jump in the balloon!
I know it has cooperative multiplayer, but I didn't think it was like, you know, MMO raids and dungeons and stuff.
It must be some kind of dojo.
It's an MMO FPS, really? Huh. I knew it was an FPS, I knew it had co-op multiplayer. I thought it was kind of just... I don't know. I don't know what I imagined. Not that, though.
Shit, I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about fucking Kodamaru. What's the part where he speaks really rapidly? It's just like, he must actually be the chosen one after all, or something like
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, this is the best world. I will provide no explanation as to why, I just think it's cool.
Is there like a really similar world to this in 3?
Well, this is like the wacky magic world. 3 has... Fuck, what were 3's worlds?
I feel like I remember that one having like a bunch of floating sky islands that you had to, you know, glide between as well.
It might have. I'm trying to remember. I was about to say they were based on seasons, but that was 2. Oh, I think 3's were like times of day. I remember one of them being like primarily underwater. God, I don't fucking remember.
3's Midnight Mountain was very similar to this, I see.
Whoa!
Yeah, I thought it was a late game level. Late game world, I mean. I thought the Amanda Show thing was in Wizard's Peak.
Well, yeah, Wizard's Peak has the Amanda Show music, and then for some reason Drake Bell Cockbulge is part of like the icy tunnel level or whatever it's called that was in Peacekeepers.
Yeah, so what does this world have to do with it?
I don't know. This world is the flying guitar-shaped island that my dad got me, being really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, Latif.
Oh.
Welcome to the Dreamweaver's young one.
No.
While chasing Nasty's minions in this world, you must expect.
I feel like these night sky wings are trying too hard. Piece of Latif. Yeah, there's the grounded magic world, and this is the wacky magic world, where everything's like, oh, as shown here.
Oh, sure enough.
Okay, that's just fucking Hamsar. That is I'm a trendy tote bag.
A collective instance of whimsy.
Oh. Sorry, can we hear that one again?
Whimsy counter.
Come on, do it again. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna harm you. Clear your mind of
Your mind
whimsy.
of whimsy. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Zikomo.
Giacomo.
Hello, Spyro. Nicely done.
Why is this one Australian?
Done when I toasted that nasty Nork.
That was very generic, okay? Well done. I'll be done when I beat the final boss!
Which just reminds me of God, I've hardly played any of the Monkey Island games, but I did have Tales of Monkey Island Episode 1 for the WiiWare, and that's the Telltale one. And you know how like point and click game characters have the whole thing where like, you know, when you interact with stuff, they'll, even if they don't have anything to do with it, they'll have a line where it's like, I need this, or like, not the right time to use this. Or some
I'm
shit
not
like
gonna
that.
shoot my little buddy.
Yeah, in the beginning you're like on a pirate ship, and if you inspect like the quarters, right, like what, you know, the bedrooms basically, Guybrush goes, "I'll sleep when I'm dead." I think about that one a lot. It comes into mind a lot, but I never feel like saying it. I don't know.
Not quite as good as fucking Peasant's Quest with the sleep option in the like baby lady's cottage, where it's just like, nah, that's probably how the first baby got here. Peasant's Quest was so good.
It is good. I should play it again.
You should play it again. Now you're not going to because I asked you to do it.
I'm not you.
You should be. I've been saying buy Carrick a cold one a lot recently, and I don't really know why.
I thought you said something else about Carrick.
Oh, make friends with Carrick.
Make
that's
friends
it.
with Carrick, yeah.
Game.
When I was a kid, I used to, there was a brief period where I would greet people with Hello, because of Peasant's Quest.
Hooray.
No Steve.
Why not?
I don't know, his voice annoys me.
Shut up. Oh my god! You're taking the piss.
What do you mean?
You considered making a ranger in D&D Mendeleev? Hey, I had a fucking wizard named Mendeleev.
Oh yeah. I forgot that was his real name. Why does his voice annoy me? I don't know, it's just visceral.
Oh wait, I thought you were kidding. Because
No.
I've mentioned before that Martin said that. Like, I would watch Steve gaming videos and he would get annoyed. And then I thought I told you that story, and you're like, man, what the fuck?
I see. I remember you telling me that story. I'm pretty sure I was just like, yeah, I kind of agree.
Huh. Yeah, Mendeleev was Blizzardbeard.
Josh has only played 3 characters ever.
I mean, that's kind of true.
There was Blizzardbeard, there was Falana, and there was, you know, not Zap Brannigan.
I wasn't even remembering him. Yeah, Xander.
I guess that's not D&D.
Well, there was also, very briefly, there was Anthea and whatever the fuck my rock guy was called. I think Thargo.
Why didn't you name him Bargo?
Because I didn't want to.
Dante actually named a character that they played in a one-shot Bargo.
Oh shit, I don't remember what my character was from that one shot with the T-Rex.
But that does not
He had a name, I just don't know what it was.
Sounds alright to me.
Yeah, Dante once played a dwarf named Bargo Breakiron. Bargo was obviously from Bargo the Big Tip. And Breakiron was, I think, just a random surname they saw while doing a data entry job. They just saw somebody that had the surname Breakiron, and they're like, that's the coolest fucking name ever.
Cockburn Industries.
I would list all of my characters, but there have been too fucking many.
Yeah. Alright.
The main ones were like...
We're coming up on the most important part of the game here.
Yeah. The main ones were Leliel.
There it is,
who was a
flying
warlock.
guitar-shaped island. Except it's not
There was
actually guitar-shaped.
There was Illet, who was also a warlock. There was Nemeris, who was a paladin. There was Maria, who was a, like, fighter and a bard. But really, she kind of had more of the flavor of a rogue. I don't know why I didn't...
Sorry, what do you mean corn porn industry from Vinny's youth? Also, I should switch to another color.
There was Constans, though I didn't get to play it for
Nobody
more than, like,
cares.
5 sessions.
Do you have the codes?
I didn't hear you ask. I mean, what color do you want?
Has just random.
We'll go back to blue. Okay, ready. Okay, up, left, down, right, up, Y, R, Z, R, L, Z, L, up, right, down, left, up, down.
Did it wrong,
What the fuck?
apparently.
Alright. Up, left, down, right, up, Y, R, Z, R, L, Z, L, up, right, down, left, up, down.
Alrighty. Somehow I had a feeling it would be black. Also, there is no story attached to this. I wish there was, but yesterday I fucking totally called some shit where there was just while I was at work, I was making a sandwich for someone. I specifically remember it was a giant number 5. Number 5 being a super sub, which is just 3 types of ham. And, I could fucking tell something was gonna come up with this lady. She didn't have a bad attitude, but there was just a certain quality. And I'm like, I'm gonna make this sandwich, and something about it is gonna be wrong, and I don't know what it is yet, but she's gonna tell me to go back and change something. And I fucking finished making it, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to ask, can I get extra meat? I'm like, I fucking knew it! Like, I don't know, like, it pissed me off, because I'm like, no, I shouldn't have been able to guess that.
Enemies here.
I mean, that was just a coincidence.
But you should watch the fools.
I'd rather flame the fools.
Shrug.
Whoa! I did forget to mention the races of my characters. Oh well. There are only like 2 more that I played more of, which were just oh, I didn't see how Constance was. She was a wizard. It was 4E.
These demon dogs are pretty demon doggish. The hell is this music? 245s, 140 cheese.
I played a rogue for like a mini campaign called Kanoelani, but shortened to Noel.
Yep, there it is.
She was a Mogurgal, which means she was a frog person. And then finally, most recently, I played Lemonine Lem Soleil. It was, well, this is a 7th campaign, so there's not really classes, but she sort of acts as like she does buffing spells basically.
Yeah, if you've not seen it, yeah, there's a YouTube poop of Big Smoke's order. It's I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, extra 7, 2 45s, 140 cheese, extra large cheese soda, number 9 dip,
Extra
6, 69, 7, 11, and a large soda.
A large soda, fat boy.
I like number 9 dip with extra 6. I usually forget that part, but it is pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, Kanoelani is not that complicated a name. It's a better name than, like, fucking Drizzt Doerden.
So basically any person trying to have an in-character name for Rogadin.
Yeah.
They're just fucking key smashing. I like this sheep feet.
I assume those are slippers?
I mean, I wasn't implying they were actually his feet.
His feet are sheep feet.
He's on his way to his part-time job as a, like, volunteer firefighter.
I don't know shit about any of the Forgotten Realms, like, books and games and stories and stuff, so... I only vaguely know who Drizzt is.
Probably me. I can't believe this level has you kill dogs on unplayable. Just think of the diarrhea peppers. I don't want to think about the diarrhea peppers.
Good.
How about the fucking manure dogs from Hinsty David?
Despite having a long list of characters that I have played, and that wasn't even a complete list, that's just the ones I played for more than, like, 2 sessions. Despite having that long list, I actually mostly GM games instead of playing in them.
Got it!
I think I've run a collective, like, almost 100 sessions. Which doesn't, like... To some of you that's gonna sound like a lot, to some of you that's gonna be, like, you know, rookie numbers. But, I did only start playing the game, like...
With the double club.
A little less than 6 years ago. And I hardly did any sessions for several years of the pretty much like.
Oh shit, we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX again.
No, I'm not.
I know, but we might as well be.
If you don't want me to talk about TTRPGs, I can stop. Just.
I mean, I've got nothing better to suggest.
Thanks, Spyro. I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate to be trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I like how that.
The one that's gonna
What?
be trapped is him.
Fuck, can you play that again?
Nope, too late.
That voice sounds familiar. Fuck.
Spyro.
Nope, interrupted.
Thanks, Spyro. I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate to be trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry. The only one that's gonna be trapped.
He sounds really fucking familiar.
Kind of sounds a little familiar to me too, but I don't know if I'd... It didn't really stand out much to me. Let's talk about drugs. Quiet discussion. No.
Well, it doesn't say on the wiki who voices. Oh no, it does. Oh no, it doesn't.
Congratulations.
Okay. Well, there was a voice actors tab I didn't click on, but it says unknown for the new version.
Thank you for releasing me.
I'm gonna look at a video and see if anybody has an idea.
I'm gonna do a nice Kermit the Frog. Just remembered the person who got the framed picture of a nuclear explosion as a tattoo.
Yes.
Also, there was the time I went to Goodwill and found a framed picture of a character from Coco. I like the elaborate paths those things go on. Oh wait, actually I don't. That was a lie. Oh, I can't believe I would besmirch my good name by lying. Squeak. I should just go play the 45 seconds of Raku-chan screaming for no reason. Fuck, I actually kind of want to. No, I won't do it.
No.
All that anybody needs to know is I've gotten in an unfortunate habit lately of any time that my chair loudly squeaks, I will go, "Oh, squeako, squeako." Yeah, it's really bad. Okay, I'm not gonna play the whole video, but I have to find that
God.
line. It's so bad. People have to hear it. Like, God. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. We're gonna get a little bit of screaming. Okay, that was it. That was all you needed.
Yeah, Neko Sugar Girls is I was gonna say a national treasure, but no, it's an anime from Japan, so.
Yes, clearly.
Oh man, I thought you guys were cultured.
I didn't know what the fuck it was. I mean, that was only like 10 seconds of it. The thing is like a minute long. She just doesn't fucking stop screaming.
No, she does. At one point, there's like a pause, and then she just starts up again.
You want to explain what the fuck it is? I don't think I know the full context.
There's not really much to explain. I don't know if there was any lead up to it, but just one day on YouTube they started uploading, this channel, Soap Opera 46, I think is the channel, started uploading this thing, on Neko Sugar Girls, which they're like, yeah, we're making an anime, and it's like drawn in MS Paint, and it's fucking horrible. Like, the animation, quote-unquote animation, is, a terrible slideshow. The voice acting is just god-awful, the scripts are awful, everything about it is awful in the best way.
Rawr.
But if you watch it, it's pretty obvious it's on purpose. So it's not like a so bad it's good thing. It's more of like a.
It's just a shitpost.
Yeah, it's a shitpost. I was gonna say a parody, but it's not really parodying anything. Like maybe anime, kind of, but you know, it's usually not this fucking.
I mean, is it a parody of like fan made stuff? Like
I don't think there's that much stuff like that though.
But yeah, it brings us such good dialogue as like, because the main character is a cat girl, and it's like, so was your like mom a cat and your dad was a person, or I forget, shit. Well, I don't remember which order it was.
That's what he asks.
Yeah, and then she's just like, actually, my dad was the cat. It's like, it's just.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dude just gets randomly kidnapped by some gay guy in like episode 2 for like 5 seconds, and then this just changes his life. Like,
yeah, he basically instantly gets Stockholm syndrome after being in this kidnapper's place for like 5 minutes. And then the story progresses and various unfortunate things happen to Raku-chan, and then she manages to get through all of them. Yeah, she gets rabies, she gets possessed by a Bake Neko, and eventually she gets through all of that, and she's like, I'm gonna confess my feelings to Hitoshi-san, and then she does, but it's too late because he's already gone with his kidnapper. And then she dies of a broken kokoro.
Oh my god.
And then, in her dying moments, she's like, you two were the best Tomodachis a girl could ask for.
Yeah, okay, I gotta find that one now. The fucking dying noise that she makes. The death noise is so good. Here. Let's see.
Neko is a, it's cat in Japanese.
Sorry.
If you have an hour to kill, I highly recommend it. It's pretty funny.
Let's not forget the nurse with gigantic boobs who is constantly
Voiced
like
by one chop. No.
Yeah, just like every line is recorded like this. Like,
yeah.
There's the parts like
like 10 times more fucking,
static. Yeah,
it's
like
static.
What the fuck? It's like I need perfect silence for the like summoning or whatever. Yeah, like, and it's just
the shitpost answer is this is an actual anime made by real people hired from Japan, but no, it's a shitpost just made by a couple of presumably Americans, but definitely Westerners. Though Koneko does speak with like kind of a light Japanese accent. Unsure if it's put on or if
I thought she was like Hispanic.
No, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Japanese.
God. What was the... I'm very arigato full.
Yes. I love I'm very arigato full. It's full of little funny moments like that. We've kind of shown the standouts, but there's lots of other funny things. Like, in the first episode, I think, there's the, super kawaii underwear Chan store.
Wait, nope, I've thought of one more highlight. I gotta go get it.
Yeah, you think of the college friend?
Yes.
I was gonna say that next.
So you're only getting audio, so you're missing the excellent visuals with this, but here you go.
Hey, Raku-chan! I sure hope you get better!
Alright.
Hey, Raku-chan!
I sure hope you get better!
I was actually really surprised that you enjoyed it when I showed it to you. I thought we were gonna get 10 minutes in and you were just gonna be like, this is fucking awful.
I mean, it is. It's like insufferable, but it's you can't look away from it.
I thought you were genuinely gonna not be able to suffer it. Yeah. And NSG comes highly recommended for me.
Oh no, I'm getting attacked by a Wolverine. Bic Dip does not suffer fools gladly. The fuck? Oh no, it is a pit. It is scary.
We don't barely in the pit.
There was this one time I got run over by a snake.
I once got run over by a rat.
Really?
No, I've explained that before. I once had a dream that I was walking down some railroad tracks at night with my mom, and I was like, oh, we gotta be careful around here because, you know, you might think, oh, it's fine, if we hear a train, we'll just step off. But actually, this place is inhabited by rats that can spontaneously transform into trains moving at top speed. So they could just behind us, just transform, just run us over instantly.
God.
I don't know if I actually did get run over, but I was worried. It was a good dream. I had some kind of stupid dream the other day that I think I wrote on my server, because I have a dedicated, yeah, I have a channel on my server called Dude, I Just Had the Craziest Dream and You Were There. Where people could just post stupid dreams. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Okay, this was oh god, this is almost a week ago.
Dying.
This was last Saturday. I had a depressing dream where it was like, yeah, you know, most people, we're gonna have to turn people into either cows or dragons. But, you know, most people, we're gonna have to turn them into something. They can't stay human for some reason.
Cows or dragons?
Yeah, some people would turn into cows, some people would turn into dragons. I don't know why.
See, I'm imagining now it's like, you know, for the food crisis, people just need to turn into cows. I'm trying to think what reason they'd have to be dragons.
But, it was like, yep, you know, and so it was just randomly assigned. But, you know, me and most of my friends got, like, they chose us to turn into cows, and I'm like, well, it was depressing, because I'm, you know, this is a ridiculous premise, but in real life, I'm just like, well, shit, I only have, like, a few days left of being a human, and, you know, after that, my life is just going to be standing around in a field, unable to do anything or communicate with people. And I'm thinking, like, shit, and I'm in the line, and it was like, we're lining up for everyone to take their turn, you know, going through, like, the bureaucratic process to turn into a cow, and I'm like, shit, can we make, like, a coded language or something? I'm like, we can't talk, but, you know, we'll still be able to, like, move. So maybe it can be, like, you know, 1 move is yes, and 2 moves are no, and then 3 moves are, like, the, and then 4 moves is, like, and you know, we can just have a different number of moves for every word. And I'm like, no, that's not gonna work, because then the message is gonna be really fucking long.
Yes, you know, 75 moves means, you know, cake.
Yeah.
Where do I actually go?
And so I'm standing around for a really long time, and then it shifted into a bunch of other stuff. At first, it was like, oh man, I forgot, we need to have an early game Pokemon save file ready to somehow use as part of this process.
Oh.
So I, like, restarted Black 2. And there was some shit where it was like, then I was somehow in, you know, quote unquote, an area, like the place where I was lining up. I'm like, oh man, what's this area called again? What's the music here? I was like looking it up.
Bruh.
I think it was called. I'm looking at my notes here. It said it was called like Splade Wasteland or something. It was like Splade, but with an X instead of the S.
Xeric Slave Forks.
Yes. And then it turned into you know, forget the cows thing. Now we're just like going on a guided tour through a video game world, but in real life. And the tour was simultaneously also one of Chugga's Let's Plays.
Oh my god.
and we got to some part where he's like, I'm not going to be covering the amiibo functionality in this series. And I'm like looking up, like, why wouldn't he cover the amiibo? And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Amiibo got discontinued a couple years ago, so people can't access this content anymore. Even though that doesn't make any sense. I think I was thinking about Meatverse. It was dumb.
I definitely remember waking up after some stupid-ass dream this morning and being like, I should totally write this one down, but then I'm like, nah, I'll remember it, and I don't remember it.
Why would you need to communicate with people if everyone's being transformed? Well, like, communicate to the other cows so that we're not bored, so you can have conversations. Because I'm like, shit, we're gonna be bored out of our minds. We're gonna be standing here, still sentient, still with human minds, but we're gonna be cows. And we won't be able to
yeah!
Or anything. So, I'm like, is there any way we can still communicate?
I don't know why.
It was a bureaucratic process.
I forgot that this one used a key. I thought I had to supercharge it, and I couldn't find it, and I have to go all the way around again.
Oh, my dreams are always, like, most days I don't remember what my dream is, nowadays, specifically, usually because I don't get enough sleep. I usually only remember my dreams on Friday, like, after a Friday or Saturday night when I've, like, slept a lot. Yeah, my dreams are always like, okay, so it's this kind of situation, but it's kind of like this, and there's just these weird rules to it that I just somehow know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the one I had a few days ago where... God, hold on. It was... Because I was, like, proud of myself for this one. Because there was some shit I had to do that involved, like, swimming underwater while whistling. And you specifically, like, I think it was part of, like, a game show or something. Or not a game show, but, like, one of those physical challenge type shows. And where, you know, they would just be like, okay, this is what you've got to do. You have, like, no time to prepare. Go. And it's like, all right, swim underwater while whistling a song from Banjo from a level that does not contain the letter E in the name. And I'm like, oh, shit. And
this was ages ago.
Start going through them mentally, and I'm like, Click Clock Wood doesn't have one. And but Summer does, so I have to make sure to not do the Summer version. And I woke up, and I remembered having this dream. I'm like, huh. In the dream, I actually, like, you know, had to think of this and be like, because I was gonna go like Rusty Bucket Bay. I'm like, no, there's an E in bucket. And I'm like, how the fuck do I know how to spell in my dreams?
Is that now like 3 of your dreams that have involved spelling things?
Yes.
Or like the contents of words?
For some reason, it's very common for my dreams to involve spelling things.
And like challenges, or yeah, challenges involving this. Did you do a lot of spelling bees as a kid?
I mean, I did do 2 of them, but I don't have fond memories of them. One of them is specifically a very bad memory.
Aww.
I don't know how I missed
Yeah,
that.
I swear to God, anytime a dream gives you a setup, like, we're gonna be going to do X, it never actually fulfills it. It's always, like, the preparation and the travel and, like...
One of my dreams invented
stuff
worst,
on the way
yeah.
there. Yeah. Like, I remember those ones... The wizard statues dream. That one was all about, like, oh no, in the future I'm gonna have to, like, do this performance, and I'm not ready, and I need to make sure I practice, but then it never actually gets to the part where I have to do the performance.
I want to be green now.
Okay.
What if you gave you $1? Oh my god. I didn't like that one. Okay.
Up, left, down, right, up, Y, R, Z, R, L, Z, L, up, right, down, left, up, X.
Alright. Oh no, I'm blending into the grass. I can't see the character. I fell off the level.
Spyro was originally going to be green, but they changed it to purple so it wouldn't blend into the grass. Interesting.
I should try whistling underwater.
I see nothing wrong with this.
What would it be like?
Bug. I'll do it.
Fake.
Huh, he was originally going to be called Puckman, but they thought the machines would be vandalized. Huh, it's really interesting. New information.
I just became a duck, apparently.
See, I feel like you saying that implies that the whole, like, Spyro originally was going to be green thing is, like, common knowledge on par with Puckman, and I feel like the Puckman thing is, like, everyone knows that, and this is,
Yeah. I don't remember if I've heard the Spyro thing, but I've definitely heard the Pac-Man thing.
Yeah. I mean, that was in a fucking movie as well, so...
It was like, in the review, it wasn't the review, but in the Knickknacks episode covering, The Monkees TV show.
The Monkees!
There's a part where it's, like, I forget what the name of the guy is, but it's like, hey, did you know that this band member's mom was the inventor of liquid paper? I bet you didn't know that. Did you know that Mario Brothers 2 was originally called Doki Doki Panic? Oh my god. And so, it's like, I guess these are supposed to be, like, equal pieces of information. And I'm like, I didn't fucking know the liquid paper thing, but I don't know shit about the Monkees, so I mean, fair enough. I'm already restarting.
Yeah, the Mario paintings and...
Yes.
Out.
I think I've mentioned before that I first learned of the Doki Doki Panic thing from the Mario Mania strategy guide. It was it's a Mario World strategy guide called Mario Mania that just has information on the series in general. And for the longest time, I thought it was Doki Doki Picnic because I just read it wrong.
Good.
Oh yeah, picnic game. Oh man, I wonder what the gameplay was like. It was probably a lot like Mario 2. I do like how I missed a chest.
Apparently.
Oh, what is
By
this?
the way, I do that a
Gargle
lot, and it's not
flesh?
a reference to anything.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, man, what was that gargle flesh? I don't even know what I was referring to.
I was just gonna say, I do that apparently thing a lot, but it's
Never
not a
heard you
reference
do
to
it.
anything. I do it all the time.
Look, there's things that I do a lot that you're like, I've never heard you do this. Like Big Koan, except apparently I've never actually done that.
Yeah, the katakana for Spyro looks like Ripto, that's true.
Carlos Alazraki.
Nancy Brown, Tom Kenny.
I think Carlos Alazraki was in the
Spider-Man.
Mario movie. I don't remember who he played, though.
Oh.
I looked it up, like, at some point. I think it was just, like, additional voices.
Yeah. Super Mario Bros. All Night. Well, no, All Night Nippon. Super
Yeah.
Mario Brothers.
Come back. Come
Wario's
back,
Woods
Drew.
again.
I just want to talk to you. Wario's Woods again is the best name for a game.
It's so good.
Didn't you say it was like it was received negatively because people didn't want the game to just be Wario's Woods again?
Have you seen all those recent videos about like the Switch 2 and stuff?
No,
There's not really much to say about them. I just happened to watch them today.
I didn't because
I
I figured it was
basically
just going to be Sheen shut the fuck up.
Well, there is an element of like, oh, sources say, though apparently there is a
Nintendo
different-
is working on a game console that also makes toast.
Because the previous things were just like, you know, some literally who who has gotten like a prediction right before is saying it. This time it's like, like a major publication said like multiple of their inside sources were all corroborating the same thing in terms of having received dev kits. So again, there's nothing really interesting to say about it. The info is basically what you'd expect. But Arlo specifically made some points about like why it basically makes sense, and it's just it's pretty obvious the Switch is winding down, and yeah.
I'm definitely wondering if Prime 4 is gonna come out before the Switch changes to a new system.
Arlo doesn't seem to think so. He said he thinks it's going to get just straight up pushed to Switch 2. I could see them pulling a Twilight Princess with it, but
Did anybody think Nintendo was leaving the console market? Like, why the hell would they? Oh god, shit, what the hell was that article I found last week or I think it was a week ago, where it's just like disappointing news about Metroid Prime 4. Insiders have learned that the game will not be open world as expected. Like, it wasn't fucking expected. What are you talking?
Nobody was expecting this, and that would be shit. Like, I don't think all open world games are bad, but we don't need to apply them to everything, and specifically, Metroid is like the antithesis of an open world. The entire point of Metroid's gameplay is defined by having areas segmented off until you get certain upgrades. That's literally what
we need an open world Marble Madness.
I mean, that could be though. That's
and it'll be like, and I'm like, oh no, it's sad.
And before anybody says it, obviously speedrunners break open all the Metroid games and make it so you can just go anywhere, but there's still supposed to be a sense of structure, and they're like breaking this. It's not the same thing. And I have to wonder, for all those people that are like, oh yeah, I was totally expecting Prime 4 to go open world, what did you think that would look like and still be? How would it still be Metroid? What were they imagining for this? Was it just you just go around and you just find like
you shoot stuff and stuff.
You shoot stuff and stuff. Yeah, exactly. It would just be the thing that guy claimed Metroid Prime was.
But would you be a chicken man?
Probably not that part. Yeah, it's like, oh, you just get a stronger beam and more missiles, and you just kill stuff. And
I mean, to be fair, isn't that basically what you thought it was before you played them?
Yes, but I know better now. That was when I didn't know much about Metroid. Would pulling a Twilight Princess, would it be any different from pulling a Breath of the Wild? No, but I am not Diet Dogs, so I said Twilight Princess. I know Zelda did open world. Zelda does have a sense of progression locked off by stuff, but it always kind of straddled the line a little bit more. Where, like...
Yeah, and the difference is...
You can go to a lot of places
like,
without any upgrades.
Well, also, Zelda just kind of makes more sense because, like, Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess and stuff, yeah, they had big open areas. Metroid 2D is almost always claustrophobic hallways, and the Prime games had, like, some more open areas, but it's still room by room, yeah. It's basically one really big dungeon.
Basically, yeah.
Oh no, it's problematic. Oh! Can we hear that? Come on, I want to hear the oh again. Do it. Damn it. Hey. Oh.
Speaking of the whole Twilight Princess situation, though, here's a fun little piece of trivia that some people may not know. So,
what about the hero situation?
So I think it's pretty well known that in the West, the Wii version came out first before the GameCube version. But in Japan, not only was that the case, but you actually straight up could not get the GameCube version unless you put in a mail order for it. It wasn't in stores.
I think I heard of that at one point. I hate it when I don't remember if I know a fact or not.
Yeah.
It sounds plausible. The subway level? What is the subway level?
I don't think the word subway should be allowed anywhere near Spyro. Just saying.
Why?
No reason. I'd tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Okay. Clearly it's because of Jared Fogle.
No.
I don't think I want to glide over there yet. What would it be like if house? I mean, there's nothing to bring up. Newsflash, a pedophile existed.
No, not that. I'm pretty sure they're talking. Well, I guess they might be talking about Jared Fogle. I thought they would talk. It seems to me more like they're talking about my thing, which I only alluded to it though.
I don't know what's being discussed, and it upsets me.
I like the Sky Fogle. The fiercest creature in the world.
Oh.
Hold your horns. Here comes Spyro.
Yeah, Scrappy.
Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who matters most.
I don't like being sweet innocent, Jish. Like,
Okay, do you want me to
people are like, "Oh, you're such a spring chicken for not knowing about fucking." Oh god. See, I was gonna bust out a term, but I can't actually remember what it is now. Shit.
Bukake?
No, I know what that is. There was. See, I want to say squelching, but that's not what it's called. I don't remember what it is. It's something bad. Anyway, moving on.
Do you want me to tell you that or?
I don't know what's even being discussed. Is it to do with the subway level?
I don't know what the subway level is. All I said is subway and Spyro are two things that should be kept very far apart.
Yeah, I want to know. What the fuck is this?
Alright, curse info coming up. You've been warned. There's just a well-known cursed image of, it's an illustration of the several Spyro characters working at a subway, except the meat is being prepared by, I think it's Spyro. It might be one of the other characters. I'm pretty sure it's Spyro just pooping it out.
Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're not gonna show it.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
It was
Why would I show it? So anyway, definitely gonna show it. No.
I'm not gonna show him.
Yeah, like, I have no interest in seeing this. It's fine.
Christ.
Calm the fuck down. Look, it sounded pretty bad, but the way you're reacting, you're like, oh my god, your life will never be the same. Like,
there's much worse.
You know, my world has been divided into two halves before and after I've heard of this picture. Please don't let it happen to you. Like,
let me put there's a lot worse out there. At least it's only an illustration, and even then, I know of illustrations similar but even worse. So.
just not. I like when people don't notice that I've got an image on screen for like an hour.
Oh, I actually can see it, and the thing, it's just that my, it's not OBS, it's because my laptop screen is covering it. What do you mean The problem is the illustration almost looked like box art. How is that a problem? Why does it matter?
Oh no, because people might have thought it was real.
What do you mean? Wait,
Think of the children.
Yeah. It's just like with the Winnie the Pooh movie.
Yeah. Because people have never done depraved things with franchises that are child-friendly before.
Nope.
Like, fucking Stroke Him On.
Mario smoke the weed. I will travel across the land, spreading my baby cream.
Ugh. I didn't know that was part of it.
That's not Stroke Him
Oh no!
That's a different, like,
That was a good one.
Pokemon parody thing. It's from Brental Floss, actually. I think I referenced.
Bad. I did become the undo guy. Oh no! I don't remember where I need to take this supercharge. Baxter Arena fish. What would it be like a fish? I'm gonna puke on cakes. Oh no, puking on cakes is probably a fetish. I can't believe I would bring that up. Or sorry, a fetish. Hello. I know there's another large chunk to this level.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember how to reach it. Yeah, I've played this game like fucking 50 times. You think I'd remember where shit is?
God, I don't know if this is a thing outside of Tumblr, but the, you know, she X my Y till I Z style of meme, I've seen that everywhere.
I saw her face and wow! That's all I got.
I think Beef
the hell
Stroganoff might have
do
been
I
the original one.
I'm not gonna actually supercharge it. I know you have to do that and then go out here and then do something with this. Do you just go up the ramp? Is that it? I seem to remember the supercharge not being able to actually make the turn that well, though.
It wouldn't surprise me if you couldn't make the turn.
I guess I'll try it.
I walk to Burger King.
Then I walk back home from Burger King. I still have that image on my desktop.
I still have the Burger King logo that I made into an emote for the like multi-world server. And then when I started my Pathfinder campaign and I had like the world map and I wanted to have a little icon for the party, I didn't have anything good on hand, and I'm just like, I just need like a small little icon, so I just went with the Burger King logo. So now whenever they're on the map screen, seeing like where they are, it's just Burger King.
Okay, you don't go off the ramp, you go the other way. See, that's what I tried doing before, and then you take it this way, and then what? Just land over there? Can I not just glide there anyway? I thought I've been over there.
Well, Ultimate knows his games pretty well, so...
Alright. Yeah, for some reason I thought this was the circular section with the ramp.
No? Copano. My
Coffee.
special compadre.
Sorry, it's tea.
Great work.
What,
You mean Rayman being alive again? Do you mean because they're adding him to Sparks of Hope?
I'm sorry, I need to see that animation again because I swear he like jerked back into like a default pose within like 2 frames.
Your party name is potentially Burger King? It better not. It's annoying. I actually, in the first campaign I ran, there was
I
never
just
actually...
got oddly still at the end.
the party in the first campaign I ran never actually came up with a party name, and it would kind of always disappointed me. But it's not really the kind of thing I could really help or force. And so far, you guys haven't come up with one either, and I haven't really prompted a necessity for it. But it's not like that would help, because I would just go, what should I call you guys? And then you just wouldn't have an answer. You'd have to think about it. So like, I don't know how to solve that really.
I have not had Burger King in a long time because I do not like it. It's weird. For some reason, I actually don't hate McDonald's. I feel like you're supposed to. But, like, I like it well enough to have it almost every week. But Burger King, I just kind of hate. Like, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like their food all tastes the same, and it's not in a good way.
I also like McDonald's well enough. Probably my favorite fast food place. Like, in terms of big franchises. Though I will also add that I don't eat beef, so I can only speak for their chicken.
McDonald's is overhated and underrated. No, I'd say it's one of those things. It's not underrated, but it is overhated.
Yeah.
I have not had Wendy's nuggets in quite a while.
I had them last year. I think I only had them maybe once or twice. And I definitely prefer McDonald's ones.
Do people hate Domino's? Well, Domino's used to suck ass, and then they just changed everything about themselves at some point in, like, the 2000s, I think, and now they're good.
I only had Chick-fil-A once when I went to go visit Josh.
10,000.
And I will repeat the same thing I said at the time, which is, it was pretty good.
Were you whelmed?
Fast food. I was whelmed. Yeah. It was good fast food. But the way people talk about it is like, this is literally the best fucking chicken ever. It's like, it was good. I wouldn't call it life-changing or amazing. And I definitely didn't appreciate being treated like, the fucking top shit dog on campus.
Oh, what? You mean you don't think that you need to have your ass kissed in, like, any sort of, I don't know where I'm going with this, but... So, to go into a little bit of a rant here, so... Where the hell do I start with this shit? I've had very few work stories with the Jersey Mikes that I work at right now because my days are very boring. I basically don't talk to anybody while I'm at work, and the customers are sometimes annoying, but never in a way that's, like, interesting. It's always just they do something that mildly annoys me, but I'm the one kind of being unreasonable, and it's only annoying because I have to deal with it all the time. So, like, earlier this week... I'm thinking it was on Monday. I go into, like, as I'm going into work, I get a message on, like, we have this, like, work chat thing that we all have to have on our phones. I get a message on it that says, I need all of these people to come in at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, which, for comparison, my shift starts at 11, and even that's, like, pushing it for, like, how early I'm able to wake up, because I usually sleep past noon. So, yeah, it's like, we need all these people to come in at 7 a.m., and I'm on that list. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'll deal with this at some point. I'm still half asleep. So I get in, and Kylie, the manager, is like, did you see the message? I'm like, yeah. Like, what the fuck is this? And so she informs me, oh, well, apparently
I like this
we
level
were,
better.
yeah, this level, like the PS1 version of this level, like the enemies are super creepy looking. For some reason this
I just
place,
mean I find it fun.
oh, this one always had like a really imposing atmosphere when I was younger. But anyway, she's like, so apparently we had people coming in this morning to do like a training thing, and the store owner knew this, but just didn't fucking tell anybody because he forgot. And for the record, the store owner is her dad, so that's especially good. And so apparently it was her and one other person there in the morning doing opening duties, you know, baking the bread, setting stuff up for later. And she's apparently in booty shorts. Like, you know, not only not in uniform, but specifically in that. And then, like, fucking 6 guys in suits just, you know, show up suddenly. Like, hey, we're here for the training thing. It's like, fucking what, mate? Sorry, what's bad service?
Wearing booty shorts?
It was 7 a.m. They weren't open yet. We don't open until 10. Anyway, so yeah, nobody else was there, so it's like, okay, I guess we're not doing this. So we're gonna need you to go to Mesquite on Wednesday. And Wednesday is... Or, why did I say Wednesday? Mesquite is, like, on the other side of Dallas. So it's, like, you know, about an hour drive. And so... It was just, you know, kind of unreasonable, but apparently we've got to do it. And I've been to these training things at the last Jersey Mike's I worked at, and they're really fucking weird and cultish, because it's just these people who are way too enthusiastic about, you know, being a Jersey Mike's higher up, and they're just like, oh man, it's such a fucking privilege to work for this company. And, you know, you gotta... here's all these, you know, you gotta do these certain things in these very specific ways because that's part of the branding. And so it's always stupid shit like, you know, you have to put the toppings on in this order. You can't put the onions on after the lettuce. You have to deal out the tomatoes like a deck of cards, starting at the side closest to the customer and working towards you.
Making eye contact with them the whole time.
Yeah, you have to make eye contact, you have to banter, apparently, is how they put it, which is, you know, making conversation and stuff. And because, you know, this is part of the experience. And I don't do any of this shit. You know, I'll do the stuff with, like, the specifics of how they want you to assemble the sandwiches, because, like, who cares? That's fine. But I'm not a people person. I'm not going to be doing the bantering and shit. So, I'm assuming this is what the meeting is going to be like. And, like I said, I was supposed to show up for this thing. But, yeah, I get in, and, you know, they ask about this, and she's like, would you rather do that, or come in and just work from 11, or work from 10 to 5 instead of 11 to 5, and, like, you know, just work here like you normally do? And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I'll take 10 a.m., 10 over 7, like, absolutely. And somehow this got me out of having to go to it. I don't really understand why.
Didn't you also text them and you're like, do I have to go to this? And they're like, nah, it's just for the new people mostly.
No, that was a previous one.
Oh, okay.
Because, yeah, there's been, like, this was a corporate meeting. There's been other meetings that were just the staff for this store that I've also avoided because they were way too early, and it was always like, some of the new hires are not doing as they've been told. Yeah, I can't make that.
I don't think you can... yeah.
It's like, you know, some people aren't following the rules that we've set, so we need everybody to come in for this mandatory meeting because we don't want to only address the people who are causing the problem. Stupid shit like that. So, anyway. So yeah, I didn't go to this meeting, but I feel like I felt sort of the after effects of it, or honestly like, not even after effects, because it was before the fucking meeting happened. They started really hammering in this customer experience bullshit of, like, you know, people aren't here to get food. You know, there's a scene in SpongeBob where the guy is like, you know, crawling into the store. He's like, I haven't eaten in 3 days. And they offer him the Krabby Patty. He's like, ugh, no. Where's the atmosphere? And then, yeah, Mr. Krabs is like, they're not here for the atmosphere, they're here for food. But, it was basically that. Because, yeah, there's just this stupid shit going on in the chat from the store owner who's like, you know, people aren't here for a sub, they're here for the experience. Your job is to, you know, make friends with these people. To sell them
a sandwich.
Like, you should not let anybody walk out of the door without you having, like, learned something about them first. And I'm like, this is fucking awful. No. And so it's the type of thing where it's like, oh, you know, you got to pay attention to, like, you know, see if if their shirt reveals anything about their personality. Ask them about, you know, the things that they're into, and, you know, ask, like, about their family. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this. Nobody has. I've not been really asked specifically.
That would be really invasive.
Yeah, it's like, it was directed to everybody. It wasn't just me, but there was a part where, like, she kind of is like, so Josh, you know, that starts with you. And I'm like, yeah, no. And they just kind of laughed it off, and I'm like, no, I'm fucking serious. I'm not doing this shit. And yeah, there's no resolution to this. That's basically it so far. If there is a point where they start cracking down on it, and they're like, you know, we expect this of everybody, you have to start doing this, I'll be like, okay, bye. I'm gonna fucking find a different job. I'm not doing that shit. Yeah. But yeah, Chick-fil-A is the worst about that, because they
didn't even get in the building.
They're just, like, the place, they're fucking brainwashed. It's just, you know, constantly happy smiles, and, you know, here, let me suck your dick while you wait in line so you can. It's like, I don't know, what else do you say about it?
Yeah, you remember, right? When I came, like, we didn't even get in the door. We got to the door. An employee held it open. You headed in. You're like, thanks, my pleasure. Joel heads in. Thanks, my pleasure. I head in. Thanks, my pleasure. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Can I make this?
Hyper says, yells and get ready to experience this as a big part of American work culture. So I've heard, but like I said to Josh and Joel the other day, you know, once I move, like, if I go to a place and I'm trying to buy some shit and the person's like, you know, forcing themselves to do this shit, I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna be like, it's okay, you don't have to, like, banter with me, it's fine. I know your boss told you to do this, don't worry.
That's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the person behind the counter being friendly. Like, I'm not saying that's a negative experience, unless it goes to Chick-fil-A levels. Then it just upsets me, because because nobody is that way. The most friendly person in the world is not going to, you know, do the my pleasure crap and just, like, you know, how can I bend over backwards and make you my king? There's a difference between that and just, you know, being polite and, you know, how was your day, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, it's, I don't know what else to say about it. I still have no idea how to reach that item that was back there.
I actually kind of have a story that is not related to this, but I just remembered a thing in the past couple of days, and I was wondering, like, should I mention this in a video or in a stream or something? I guess now's as good a time as any, otherwise I'll probably forget about it. Except I don't want to distract from you trying to find the thing, so I don't know.
Oh, I was done with my story, so...
No, I mean, the in-game thing. Like, I worry that you'll just end up going in circles if I'm having, like, a rant on this side.
I don't know how to get over there. I am the confused. Unless I can just glide from up here, maybe. This doesn't feel right. I don't think I've ever tried to do it this way before, but we'll see. No,
go through the thing again?
What,
on the way back?
Like, U-turn?
No, like, I mean, does it always point you the same way?
I think it does.
Oh, I see.
Let me try. Or it just doesn't work, apparently. Okay.
Weird.
Let me try U-turning.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't understand what I'm missing here, because I feel like a dumbass, because I've played this game so many times, but I feel like there should be a platform that rises or something.
Are you sure?
Oh, god damn it!
What?
That wasn't there a second ago.
Is it because you killed this guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they always do stuff like that, but I thought that one just specifically lowered the platform to get back. That's stupid. Oh well.
Well, anyway, my story is so I'm moving soon, which I mentioned, I think. Oh, well, that sucks. I mentioned that I'm moving soon, and I've got the place sorted out. They've done my referencing. It's all. I've booked the truck and everything. I still need to finish packing. I really suck at packing. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. Gonna have to really haul ass on that this weekend, I guess, and maybe ask for some help. But anyway, that's beside the point. So Wednesday, I got a phone call, and to explain a little something about the moving process for me. I found the property I'm moving to on a website called Rightmove, and this is basically like a site that hosts both individuals but also letting agencies can host listings for properties that people can move into on this site, and then you, as a person looking for a place to be,
why would you not let me into the fucking whirlwind? Come on.
As a person looking for a place to live, you can also then make an account and apply to these places, contact them, etc. So I found this place, and when I contacted them, it was kind of through Rightmove, even though the actual letting agency is not they're not. It's a different company. They're just working with Rightmove on this. So anyway, that had all been sorted out basically. But I get a phone call on Wednesday that is from. I don't remember what they said. I think they said that they were with Rightmove or something like that, and they're like, hi, is this, my legal name? And they're like, I'm like, yeah, and they're like, well, obviously your referencing has all gone through, so that's good. And you're gonna be moving to this place, and so I don't remember exactly how they worded it, but they're basically I'm gonna present to you the different Wi-Fi plans you can have, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I was a little confused because I'm like, oh man, I thought all the bills were included, but often when they say bills included, they don't mean the Wi-Fi.
Sorry, let me interrupt here. The flutter at the end of the jump is not in the first game. Yeah,
no, it's not.
I think you unlock it as one of the 3 unlockable moves in Spyro 2, and then it's just in 3 from the start.
Any advice before this battle?
There is no battle.
Advice. A wise dragon once told me aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
And, as for the post from, Uncle Kippy here, yeah, I know that Southern hospitality is apparently a thing, and it's, a point of pride for some people, where it's like, oh man, people in the North are so rude. Here in the South, we'll always make you feel home. But I don't know if Texas counts. I think that's more the Southeast. It might count as part of... I don't really know. I haven't run into that type of shit too much.
I didn't think Southern hospitality extended to service workers. I thought it was more of if you're staying with people there. But anyway, I'm not sure what you mean, Flash, about, oh man, you have to have a Wi-Fi plan? I have my own router. What is the difference?
Southern hostility.
Define having your own. You're still paying for a, surely you're still paying for your internet, as a regular, expense.
I wasn't really listening.
I just don't get what's being said.
Well, I could be missing the point of the conversation, but I think that depending on your provider, at least in the US, in some places you have to, like, rent a router from the internet company as opposed to having your own. Maybe that's where the confusion's coming from.
Spyro, I hope you know what lies in store for you.
It's certain
What's the
death.
difference?
Nasty's world is not
But
the friendliest
I was saying what's the difference, but I mean I realize that sounds like a stupid question because I know what renting is, and I know what buying is, but like, does it matter? Like I feel like
Well, because you could buy a
when you move
router.
again,
You
when
could
you move again, you're gonna need to change anyway, probably. It's just semantic confusion. Wi-Fi isn't something you pay for. I'm sure it is. There's no way you get free internet. Like,
well, Wi-Fi is not the same as internet. You can have
no, what Wi-Fi is a wireless connect. In this context of a Wi-Fi plan, an internet plan, a broadband, all of that is. I'm just referring to the same thing. You're paying an ISP to give you access to the internet via a router. Like,
that might be where the confusion came in. I don't know.
I don't know why you'd hear what I said and assume that I meant something else, though. That's what I'm confused about. I know Wi-Fi's not internet, I'm not a fucking moron.
Anyway, this one time I peed.
That's like being like, oh, I'm paying for TV, and you're like, oh, well, actually, you own your TV, you're paying for access to cable channels. Like, you know what I fucking mean. Like, you know? But anyway.
There might be some places that charge separately for internet and for Wi-Fi, so maybe not.
What, so if you just have internet, then you could only connect to it via an Ethernet cable?
Unless you buy your own Wi-Fi router to connect to it, yes. I think not all modems have built-in Wi-Fi.
I've never experienced that. From my experience, it's always just you have one device that plugs into the electricity and plugs into like a thing in the wall that connects you to the network, and then that just has Wi-Fi.
Oh no, I'm used to it being two separate things.
Oh, huh. See, we did cover some networking in school. I was never very good at it. I did know that, like, technically a router and a hub and a switch and a modem are like, all slightly different things. But like, I'm like, well, nowadays, modern, if you have internet, it's just one thing that you just plug in and that's it. Like, I've never seen it set up any other way. Anyway, so my point is, when the guy called me, you guys have the concept of like different internet plans, right?
I mean, yes, but we're like,
because that's all I was saying, and I feel like it's being treated as like this weird, confusing British thing that's like different. And it's like, no, I'm pretty sure you guys also pay monthly, and you can either have a better connection, which costs more money, or a cheaper one. Like, you can pick.
I think the confusion was just over the hardware.
All I said was a Wi-Fi plan, and like you have to pay separately for Wi-Fi for internet. It's like,
I don't know then. Whatever.
Anyway, so the guy's like, yeah, we're gonna pick your plan. Let me tell you your options, and I'm like, sure. And so for reference, I guess for some reason it's like taboo to talk numbers, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Right here per month. Not taking into account how it's split between me and my sister. I just send a flat $750 out of my account plus some change every month to pay for my half of living expenses here. Basically, that's not counting food and stuff. There's just rent, my half of rent and my half of bills. Slightly more than half. $750, and this new place is. That I'm moving to, because it's not in Brighton, it's somewhere cheaper. It's $550 per month, bills included, for my part. And I'm basically getting the same sort of deal. It's a room and then access to communal areas. In this case, like right now I'm living with my sister. There it's going to be like, properly separate rooms. Like each room is locked, and we even each have a separate locked cabinet in the kitchen for keeping some kitchen stuff in. So I'm gonna be paying $200 less per month. But this guy calls me and he's like, now I gotta sell you a Wi-Fi plan, and it's like, here's, you know, you can pick one that's there were 3 options. There was one that was 40, one that was 43, and one that was 47.
Latif again.
What the fuck? How is it Latif again?
Because World 6
yeah,
repeats dragons.
Yeah. What happens if you didn't get them the first time?
I'd be shaking in
Oh.
my Nork boots if I were him.
So anyway, he offers me these 3 plans. I listen to them. He tells me the different speeds and stuff, and I'm like, there's not that much difference. And the top one sounds like a good speed, so sure, I'll go with that. And then he sends me like a Sky contract via email. Sky being the ISP. He doesn't work for Sky. He claimed he worked for like Rightmove, and
He's
And
Kent
so I set this
Mansley. He
up.
works for the government.
yeah, set this up, and then he's like, there's also tenants insurance. There's 2 different tiers of that, and I'm like, so am I required to get like at least one of these? And he's like, no, you don't have to have it. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't want it then. And he's like, okay. So we get that set up. It's all done, and the next day I get a text message that's like, oh, we set up like the date that they were gonna come set up the internet and everything. Now here's the thing: is when I went to go see the place, there was a router there, but I'm like, okay, I guess that's someone else's. I'm like, what do you call it? Justifying it in my head to explain how this makes sense. And so the next day I get a text that's like, let your like housing management, let your housing management know when this is going to come in case because we're going to need access to like the internet setup and everything. And I'm like, okay, so I call my letting agency and I let them know about this, and they're like, no, the Wi-Fi is included. And I'm like, oh, that's what I thought, but like, is it? I mean, the guy called me from like Rightmove, and it's, I thought maybe, I know you said like bills included, but I thought maybe that didn't include Wi-Fi because this guy called, and she's like, no, Wi-Fi is included. Like, you don't need to pay for it separately. I'm like, well, shit, what the fuck was that then? And so I look up the number, and I'm like, is this a scam? And as far as I can tell, it's not a scam. I think there was just a really stupid setup here where they like, because this is a legit company and they were legit working with Rightmove, and the reason that I wasn't suspicious in the first place is because they had all my info about moving. Like, they had all the access to all the they're like, we know your name, we know where you're moving, when you're moving, we know that your referencing has gone through. They said all this stuff, and so I'm like, okay, well, obviously this is actually a company affiliated with Rightmove. What I think happened is, I'm assuming that most times that you apply for something, you have to like get the Wi-Fi set up yourself or something, and this is like actually the exception rather than the rule. And so just as part of some kind of automatic process, they're like, okay, this person's referencing got sorted out. Now, we'll call them and offer the different options.
Okay.
Not knowing, I guess, somehow, even though they really should have this information, that it's already included and I don't need to sort it out myself. It's already dealt with by, by the letting agency. And so, at first I'm like, how do I even approach this? Because part of me was worried, like, it was kind of bad of them to mess this up like this in the first place. What if it was, like, intentionally misleading or malicious? So I was like, shit, I don't even know if I should call them. So first...
Dogehype.com.
Nice Parappa reference there. Oh boy.
What's the Parappa reference?
You gotta believe. Anyway, okay, so I call my bank, and I'm like, hey, if they, and I wasn't very worried because I did not give the guy on the phone my long card number. I only gave my account number and sort code, which I assume American cards work the same way, where those pieces of information are only used, like, that can't be used to just, like, take money from you.
Maybe. I don't know if it's the same terms, but there's like the account number, the routing number.
So there's a long 16-digit number, which is the card number. There's the 8-digit account number, and there's the 6-digit sort code, and then there's the wacky 3 digits on the back.
Yeah, there's at least an equivalent.
But anyway, so I did not give them the information that would, like, the stuff that scammers usually ask for. It wasn't that. It was
Nice
oh yeah,
floating rat.
The rats float. I've observed this.
Good.
So fuck. Anyway, basically there was no danger, and my bank was sure to remind me of this. They're like, yeah, you know, they can't take anything. They could only like, the only thing they could do with this is to set up a direct debit, and if that happened, you would get a notification. I'm like, okay, so yeah, make sure that doesn't happen, and if it does, I'll know, and I can deal with it. And then I called. I'm trying to think. I think it was Sky themselves. Yeah, I went directly to the
Good.
ISP because I'm like, this other company just sold it to me. Like, they're not really responsible for any of this. If I can just go straight to the ISP and say, hey, you know, the person who sold it to me made a mistake. I was being generous. I'm like, this could very well just be an intentional manipulative thing, but I'm gonna give them benefit now, assume this is just, it's set up shittily and they made a mistake, and I'm like, you know, so obviously I don't need a Wi-Fi plan because it's already at the property. Can I cancel the contract? And it was just instantly done. They're just like, yep, that's fine. And immediately canceled. Which was a breath of fresh air.
I can't believe they wouldn't try to retain you.
I was worried this could be like kind of a pain in the ass, because the other call took like 20 minutes to set up the whole thing. But this one was basically a 1-minute call where I was like, hey, I don't need this. There was a mistake. Can I cancel it? And they're like, yeah, sure.
And then I was like, all right.
And then later on, just as a bookend to the story here, the letting agency called me once again, and they're like, hey, you know, did you get it sorted out? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, because, you know, earlier we got like it was an email or a call that was like, oh, you know, we're coming to set up the Wi-Fi on this day. And they're like, you know, we told them we already have Wi-Fi, you know, to make sure. From what I can tell, the letting agency seems really nice. The one that I'm hesitant to, you know,
less normal level yet.
To get too optimistic about this. What is essentially my landlord, but they seem nice. Like, it seemed to be some like, it's apparently family run, and I remember when I booked the viewing, they kind of had limited hours because I guess it's a smaller company or something. But they managed to make a concession for me, and because I wanted to be able to do it straight after work, so they did that. And when I went there, the lady was really lovely, and
oh right, I forgot this level replaced the machine guns with Splatoon.
Yeah. And yeah, there were other viewings I did where the people would show up in like a formal suit, and they felt very like corporate and professional about it, in a kind of cold and detached way. And this was just some lady. She just showed up and she showed me around the place, and she was very nice. And
But was she wearing a pantsuit?
no.
Also, what is a pantsuit?
It's just a suit with trousers, I think, but for women.
It's a dumb name for a thing.
Kinda. But yeah, and you know, they seem genuinely concerned, and like, you know, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but the letting agency that I have now, I haven't really interacted with them much. My sister consistently says that they are very like cold and detached from us, and basically just treat us like rent and don't give a shit about any of our issues. So,
I mean, given that they're, you know, doing this shit where it's just like, oh yeah, you know, somebody can just buy the whole building and everyone has to leave.
It's not the whole building, it's just my flat.
Well, I like misunderstanding things, so I'm gonna believe my version.
And I mean, that's not even... That's not... Again, it's weird, because letting agencies are different from landlords. Letting agencies, like, deal with tenants on behalf of landlords. What happened with my current place is that my landlord is selling it because... I actually don't know why. I was gonna say he can't afford it, but that doesn't make any sense because he's getting money for doing nothing. So I actually don't really know the reason. I guess he thought it would be better for his finances, I guess, to sell it. But this could happen anywhere. This is not specific to my situation. Like, anybody could, if you're a tenant, they could just sell the place to someone else who wants to move into it, and then There you go.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Rescuing me.
Yes.
Do landlords take tips? I haven't heard of this.
What the fuck? Never heard of that.
So, pointing this out, I know it was mentioned in the last stream that this game has, like, secret achievement things that weren't in the original. There was, like, a gear that I just melted, and in the, I think it was in Beastmaker's homeworld, there were a couple random destroyable objects that I figured were part of that. Oh. I assume several of the levels just have, like, you know, jostle all the rhinos to get the secret bonus point, and I just kind of haven't found them all. Yeah, rat. I remember these rats being important in the speedrun for one reason or another. There was like some awkward jump you have to do off of them to skip something.
Oh, there's a dragon though.
Hmm?
There's a dragon though.
No, I didn't see it. I still didn't see it. There's nothing wrong with landlords.
Things wrong with landlord?
Huh?
There's a few things wrong with landlord sometimes, generally.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like it's an individual basis, but I don't know. It's weird because, you know, I'm usually just the person who is, like, you know, contrarian for no fucking reason. Here, I don't feel like it's for that reason that I say this. It's just the internet has generally adopted this, you know, anti-capitalism thing where in a lot of cases it makes perfect sense to me why you would be that way. People who are making money off of doing nothing are, you know, it's kind of shitty. For some reason, I can't bring myself to have that mindset, though. It's...
I can understand not particularly caring on a personal level if you don't really have any horrible experiences with it. That's fine.
And the thing is, you know, I grew up having to
That's
fear
different
our
from
landlord
intellectually.
because we were at constant risk of, you know, him finding out how messy the place was and kicking us out.
I guess,
so,
but that wasn't really you dealing with it directly.
yeah.
That was kind of completely out of your hands. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense to intellectually agree that something makes sense while also just not having the same passion for it as other people do, because it doesn't personally have any personal relevance to you, I guess.
They've been the butt of jokes since media has existed, and I feel like I haven't seen people shit on landlords until, like, the last 3 years.
I wonder what could have happened to cause that.
I mean, I get where you're going with that, but I'm not really sure why that's related.
Well, lots of people didn't have money from stuff and then, you know, couldn't pay their rent. And weren't given any slack over this, basically.
Mm.
Or,
Fair
you
enough,
know,
then.
not nearly enough, at least.
Yeah, I don't hate the rich either. There is a certain point where it's like, okay, you probably shouldn't have that much money, but I'm not.
Yeah, that's why I don't say the rich. That's why I usually say, like, the 1%. And even then, I don't hate people. I don't think it's useful to talk in those terms. I'd prefer to discuss things in terms of, like, you know, what... Even then, I don't discuss this stuff that much. But if I'm having to form an opinion, it's usually something more pragmatic, like, okay, what realistically would be a good improvement to the system? What's something that's actionable instead of a general, like, who should we hate? You know?
Much in the same way that, I learned that iPhones are bad because Maddox hated them, because that was just the first opinion I ever saw, and I fucking imprinted on it like a baby chick. I feel a similar way about the term, the 99% and the 1%, because I just remembered, like, that was another one of those terms that just kind of sprung out of nowhere one day, and I remembered people saying that, like, I think it was, like, one specific article somewhere that said that it was, like, an inexplicable piece of term. What the fuck is going on?
Good luck.
I had no control over any of that.
Fantastic.
But yeah, people say, like, this is an inexplicable terminology, like, why is it being referred to as this? And I read that and I'm like, yeah, no, it's stupid. And ever since then, that's the only opinion I can have. So, it's like, you made a minor spelling error online, your argument is invalid. As soon as I see anybody say the 1%, I'm like, oh, I don't have to listen to you, because that's dumb. And I know, logically, that that's stupid, and I shouldn't be that way, but I can't help it.
I also don't see what's wrong with it. The origin of it is in the notion that such a tiny percentage of the population controls such a, and possesses such a high proportion of the world. And,
I can't really explain it. It might be like a fixed income thing where it's just a bad term. Because, like, the 1% doesn't have to refer to the richest 1%. It does in this context.
It's vague,
but
yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I think one thing I like about it, though, is it's useful in the sense, if you know that it means the richest 1%, it's useful to think about that, because, those with power like to sow division to keep people separated and not working together on improving things, and so it's useful to remember that, like, most people are very similar, and most people have pretty similar lots in life, have pretty similar worries and struggles and troubles, and so, we're more similar than we are different, and there's, we're kind of all in it together. It's, even, like...
But some people are more in it together than others. Hi, I'm Actual Brown said.
Yeah.
Here's the, quote-unquote final boss.
Even people that some people think of as being, quote-unquote, as, like, the lower bound of quote-unquote rich, like maybe 100,000 or, even people who have a couple million, like, on a scale sense, they're way closer to our kind of living situation, like, of the average person, than they are to the actual people, like, really at the top, So. You ever think they'll learn that lesson in the real world?
Looks at camera and makes stupid ass face.
I found this boss really frustrating, but I did eventually manage to do it after a lot of retries.
There's no boss though. The
No,
level can be annoying, but yeah. Well, now I need to prove the justice of my culture by getting everything on my first try. If I can, then that proves that you are bad. But yeah, this level is basically just run 2 loops and then run a 3rd loop, from what I remember. The loop's getting more and more complicated. The epitome of gameplay.
Yes.
Or the epitome.
I did for the longest time think of epitome and the written word epitome, which I mentally pronounced as epitome, as being separate things, even though I, logically knew they meant the same thing, and should have connected the dots earlier. It took me a while.
I mean, same. I also hyperbole and hyperbole.
I think I might have done that too. That one I got way earlier though. You don't need to censor the word murder on Twitch.
my
You don't
God.
need to censor the word murder anywhere.
TikTok has fucking ruined the internet.
It's not even the app. It's literally, this came out of absolutely nowhere. Some of the users just randomly one day were like, oh shit, I bet that our videos won't get shown if we use these words. And it was completely unfounded.
Oh, I was wrong. There's run 2 loops and then run a 3rd loop and then run a 4th loop. No.
This part's tough because you have to just keep running it over and over until you catch up to him. It can take a while.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can say the title of this episode.
Whoever's mom is a big fat slot though, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I have to redo everything?
Yeah, that's the bad part.
South Park has some really good episode titles, like Probably.
It probably is not that scary. Did
Do you know
we
what-
get the reference? I didn't look.
Do you understand the context of Probably?
No.
It was the follow-up to the episode, Do the Handicapped Go to Hell?
The reference sounds familiar, but I don't. I don't recognize it if I didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay, I just couldn't see where I was going there. That was cool. But it probably is the Steam. Yeah, it was the concept of the episode was the kids were in church and were being taught that, like, you know, to go to heaven you have to be able to, you know, like, do confession or whatever, and they're like, oh no, Timmy is handicapped and can't talk. Like, what does that mean? He's gonna go to hell? And I think they asked their pastor, and he's just like, well, that's a complicated one, but I think he was trying to be nice about it and was like, no, you know, there's exceptions for these things, but then some other guy is just like, no, he definitely is. And I don't remember what happened after that, but yeah.
Good. I'm hoping that when I move, I won't be in a place with, I don't think these walls are particularly thin. I think it really is just that my sister, and my mother also, but she's not here. I think it's just that they're the lightest sleepers on the fucking planet, and
Well, that's
anything
the
will
game.
wake them up.
Yeah, level. I liked the one frame of level there.
Yeah.
Shut
Is there a
up.
bonus level? I can't remember. Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
there
a
is.
flight, isn't it?
It's not a race though.
Yeah.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot.
Sorry to jet, but I'm in a hurry.
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order again.
I didn't realize this character's name was Bob.
Mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will
That's who the toys are for.
Oh, it's true.
I'd say the sky's the limit.
DreamWorks.
I'm surprised that Spyro isn't seen as more of a scrappy dude than he is, because he definitely is. Is this skippable? I mean, it's got artwork and
seems so.
stuff, but...
Surely there's at
oh
least
my
one
god, I
speeder.
skipped
Oh,
it.
yeah, lag.
Also, it is very hot in here.
It's pretty hot in here too. Oh jeez.
There was once a time that I paid.
Also, I always call it lag, but then sometimes I remember that I'm wrong, and I get annoyed at myself. It's technically slowdown.
Nasty's ancient history now. What's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will only open if you have found everything in the dragon.
Am I right in remembering that people finally found a consistent setup to sneak into the final? Like, I don't think it's this. I think it is the Nasty level, but yeah.
I fucking knew it.
What?
I knew this was gonna happen. What do you mean you lag switched your girl boss? Get the fuck out of here.
She's just saying nonsense. Ignore her.
Girl bossing too close to the sun.
Yes.
Anyway, this sure has been a video game. I've streamed it before and had nothing to say about it this time, so I don't know why I played it. But
Yeah, it was an excuse to like play through the remade versions, and then hopefully you can get to 2 and then finish it, and then get to 3 as well, which you didn't do originally.
yeah, too bad 3 is fairly unpolished in this version, but
Yeah.
if anything, that'll make it more interesting because of parts where it just doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
Go play Spyro Orange. What about Pokemon Fuchsia? Okay.
You did it!
Yeah. And now because I've picked up 3 more gems, this door will magically open. I'm glad it was that picky. Oh, more loading first. GBA games that suck ass.
Yeah, Spyro Orange is really bad. I've heard it's even worse than Crash Purple. I thought they were basically the same game, with just different mini games, but no.
I figured they were just games that were connected somehow, but were different.
No, because it is a crossover, and so
green.
you can't really have the proper Crash or Spyro gameplay. It's just like a weird set of mini games, and like I think Crash Purple's overworld kind of like it plays using the engine of the other GBA Crash games, but then the Spyro one I actually don't really know what it looks like. I've just heard it's shit. Oh, Spyro Orange is just the mini games, and Crash Purple actually has a bit of a game in it. That's okay. Good shit.
Good.
I wouldn't call the overworld of Crash Purple like much of a game, to be honest, but it's at least not nothing. There is some basic platforming, I guess.
You never did this level, right? Because you didn't do the race levels.
Correct.
Progression in this level is interesting. Basically, just you can
You
fly
raise the
as
platforms.
well, sort of. It's you can fly as high as the current section that you have access to, like, lets you, basically, and then you, like, release an airplane, chase it, oh, and then, like, you get a key to open a door, and then that lets you fly higher. It's kind of weird.
Mm.
It is also, get big number, make person happy, the level.
This entire game is just collecting shit.
Yeah. Oh, did the airplane already fuck off?
I'm on a boat.
What?
Don't worry.
I don't want to be younger. by which I meant I was going to be like, will you explain it when I'm older? And that came out as, I don't want to be younger.
When I get younger, I'm gonna be a liar. I'll be lying about being so young.
The hell was that?
It's from a Bill Word song.
Don't look in a boot. I just put my boot in a shoe.
Yeah, that guy. The song is called When I Get Older, and most of the verses start with When I get older, I'm gonna something something. And then just late in the song, one of the verses just starts, When I get younger, I'm gonna be a liar.
Good.
That just almost made me laugh.
Come on. This is fun.
The thing I quoted is just a random bit from 10+K.
What part?
I'm on a boat.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that part.
It's the lost part.
Ah.
And then it goes into like
I want to see milkshakes. Those were almost words.
Another random line I enjoy from that video is now we're not gonna talk about the Frere.
Look, I will talk about the Frere if I want. Was it
There's also,
these liberal peaceniks don't know the first thing about her?
Yeah. I'm also a fan of I Am Mean.
Why is this plane so fucking slow? Okay, there we go.
I'm a fan of I Am Mean going, it goes like this. I get money.
One zero 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 zero. Whoa! Whoa!
Wow! Oh my god! I'm as surprised as you are. My surprisingly manly voice, Sabrina.
We quote that video far too often.
It's so good.
Wow, I got yellow. That was a good door.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the door that just now you can fly this high. Since when was he ever a
She
V?
cleared all dangerous areas.
God. I should just eat. I was gonna say I should, like, make a tier list for mobile ads, but I don't want to. And it wouldn't be interesting, so it came out as I should eat.
No, the lasting legacy of the mobile ads is I'm gonna add the girl from the makeover games into you know, whenever they make a Tomodachi Life 2.
Oh god.
With the Metopia me.
The diarrhea sumo suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the diarrhea sumo suit girl with the giant mop of shaggy black hair.
Yes.
Apparently, it was supposed to be mud. It's fucking diarrhea.
Like, these fucking things.
God. Oh yeah, that was in the background of Nasty's, like, of the cutscene. You could see it. Make a tier list for non-LP videos.
No.
So what, like the Miracle Berries video?
What are
I'm trying to think
these
what else you can-
called? Just... They're not reaction
Motivationals.
images. That's right. I like advice animals. We need to bring those back.
Yes. I like that general just floating in midair. He's floating in midair.
No, I don't have an ETA on the tier list. There's been nights, including last night, where I thought about working on it, and then just kind of didn't. Like, last night I was going to do that, and I'm just like, no, I'm gonna work on something else. And then I'm like, oh, I know, I'll do the notes for the next Wizard Kid video, because I need to do that. I was going to do it. I got the book open, or the PDF, rather, and then I'm just like... I wonder if there's any update on, like, the Swade's Pokemon Journey videos being backlogged anywhere, and I looked it up, and there were, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck, and I just watched, like, 15 of those. So, that was my night.
Oh, well, you sent me a text file, so I thought these were just, like, transcripts of what he said in the videos or something.
Oh, no, it's links to every one of them.
Oh, sweet. Did you download them?
No.
We should probably download them. But, yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that.
There's so many. But anyway,
yeah.
I guess that's the game. I could go after some of these. God, I don't fucking know if I want to. I read that third one is all bulls suck, and I'm like, I mean, yeah.
Comfortable.
Bad. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, I guess all of the... Or
All
no,
the bosses have...
most of... Not Blowhard. But, yeah, I don't really care about these. Also, the thing I said about the hidden gear was wrong. Alright. So, I guess we're just kind of done.
Yep.
Trying to think if there was any random thing I could end on.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Ganasty Ganor, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel
I'm going to Disneyland.
and I'm happy for the dragon world, of course. I certainly
I like
won't
sheep
spend
basketball.
my dragon days butting heads with nasty Nork and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
What the hell?
Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle,
Okay, there was no joke there.
No, there wasn't.
in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go again!
What is that supposed to mean? There's no dragon rescuing in the second game.
Well, no, but he does it off screen.
Oh, okay. The Squeak video. Yeah, you should just play the full
Oh,
Rocket-chan,
God.
screaming, and then just end the stream immediately after.
Okay. Alright, bear with me a sec. Let me get just the tab by itself. Here we go.
See you guys later.
So soft.
Good fucking video. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Goodbye.
Bye.